Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve.
Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
On this Friday podcast, we're going to pay tribute to VJ Day 81 years ago today. We're also going to hear episodes of Mystery in the Air, Broadway Is My Beat, and The Crime Club. That's all coming up on this Friday. This is the 14th day of August, 226th day of the year, and we have 139 days remaining. On things that took place on this date, international forces entered Beijing, China, on this date in 1900 in an effort to suppress the anti-foreign uprising known as the Boxer Rebellion. Social Security Act became law on this date in 1935.
If the Senate and the House of Representatives had done nothing more than pass this Social Security Act, the session would be regarded as historic for all time.
And although we all wish that we could get more for our Social Security, at least it helps support this podcast. That's nothing else. In 1945, Japan surrendered to the United States, ending World War II.
I deem this reply a full acceptance of the Potsdam Declaration, which specifies the unconditional surrender of Japan.
It is my earnest hope, and indeed the hope of all mankind, that from this solemn occasion a better world shall emerge out of the blood and carnage of the past.
President Truman and General Douglas MacArthur on the ending of World War II on this date 81 years ago. Pakistan became independent of British rule on this date in 1947. In 1951, newspaper publisher William Randolph Hearst died in Beverly Hills, California. In 1995, Shannon Faulkner became the first female cadet at the Citadel, the state military university of South Carolina. She would find out how truly hard it was as time went on. Timothy McVeigh sentenced to death for the Oklahoma City bombings on this date in 1997. The largest blackout in North American history hit the Northeast on this date in 2003. This New Yorker was very uneasy when the lights went out.
It's creepy. I'm getting a flashback from September 11th. I don't like this.
The lights started blinking. The train stopped. Then all of a sudden, all the lights went on. They told us it was an AC failure. Then they told us it was a DC failure. And then they told us it was a citywide failure.
And in defense, when events like that take place, communication is difficult at best. 50 million people lost power on this date in 2003. U.S. Embassy in Havana, Cuba reopened on this date in 2015 after 54 years of being closed when Cuba-U.S. relations were broken off. After white nationalists marched in Charlottesville, Virginia on this date in 2013, President Trump condemned white supremacist groups and vowed to fight for the future of America's youth.
We will spare no resource in fighting so that every American child can grow up free from violence and fear.
And sadly, many people took that as an endorsement of white supremacy. Go figure. People are nuts sometimes. Passing away on this date in history, Johnny Burnett, wonderful singer, rockabilly. Oscar Levant, very odd man. Dorothy Stratton, the Canadian actress and Playboy model. Italian car maker Enzo Ferrari. Judge John Sirica. The Platters, Tony Williams, and actress Gina Rowland, all passing away on this date. Birthdays of those who are no longer with us include Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, a young wrestler taken from us far too young. Also, David Crosby of Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, Dash Croft from Seedles & Croft, and gambler and gunfighter Doc Holliday. All those folks born on this date in history, they have gone on to the next reward.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
Well, excuse me. Steve Martin turns 81 today. From It Takes a Thief and Kate and Alley, Susan St. James is 80. Novelist Danielle Steele is 79. Former World Wrestling Federation champion Bob Backlund is 77. And we wish Bob the best as he battles dementia. But he still remains in amazing physical shape and refuses to give up. From the Far Side, the cartoonist Gary Larson is 76. From Mystic River and 50 Shades of Grey, Marcia Gay Harden is 67. Also turning 67, Irvin Magic Johnson. English soprano Sarah Brightman is 66. The real Cindy Brady, Susan Olsen, is 65. She won an Oscar for Monsters Ball. Halle Berry is 60.
These are my husband's drawings right here. Lawrence, my husband, he got himself electrocuted over there in Jackson.
From Monsters Ball, Halle Berry is 60. From Ugly Betty and Covert Affairs, Christopher Gorham is 52. Former WWE wrestler Kofi Kingston is 45. If you are a wrestling fan and you saw the send-off cartoon that was posted when his WWE contract expired, you kind of went, yep, that's what it's like. From That 70s Show, Mila Kunis is 43.
Okay. Stephen, I'm here to tell you I've made my decision. I choose you.
I have seen some interviews where Mila Kunis, it's Mila, yeah, that she has done some interviews, and she speaks Russian fluently. And to see her move from English into Russian, you just kind of go, whoa. Mila Kunis, 43 today. From the Hill, Spencer Pratt, 43. WWE's Johnny Gargano is 39, and let's hope that he quits being a stiff on television. If you watch the product, you know what I'm talking about. Former football player, baseball player, sportscaster Tim Tebow, 39. And from Blackish and Little, Marseille Martin is 22. Those just a few of the people celebrating the 14th day of August as their birthday. If this is your birthday,
happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Some of the sounds of VJ Day when Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox continues in a moment.
Civil defense is common sense. Hi, this is Tony Bennett. Make sure you're prepared if a nuclear attack ever comes.
One of the things I always remind people is that Classic Radio Theater is not just about the old radio shows. It is about history. And we're going to do some of that today. As we recall the sounds of this date 81 years ago today, August 14th, 1945. We're going to start the evening of August 13th, as after the two nuclear weapons dropped, one on Hiroshima and one on Nagasaki, and people were going, it's done. It's done. After we've wrapped up the war in Germany, and now we've moved to Japan, and we prosecuted the war in the Pacific, and we've dropped these two horrific weapons. And it's like, is the war going to be over? Is the war going to be over? Well, the night before VJ Day, and nobody knew it was the night before, Gabriel Heatter made these comments.
And now, Gabriel Heatter.
Good evening, everyone. If you hear nothing by midnight Washington time tonight, you'll hear nothing official until after 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. There's a feeling in Washington Japan's delay indicates a dramatic disagreement inside her own government. And that may delay a final reply for several days. Even civil war in Japan isn't ruled out as a possibility now. Their people know nothing even now regarding their surrender offer. Their latest propaganda line talks of more war and the likelihood of American invasion. And the war is on, very much on. There's no evidence to show that the people are being prepared for surrender. We know tonight they lied when they said they were delayed by the fact that our counter-proposal only arrived in Tokyo early today. Swiss authorities say they had the Jap acknowledgement 24 hours before that. Their news reports reveal several conferences between Togo and the Emperor, so he and other army leaders may be unwilling to go along in any surrender arrangement. The Swiss Foreign Office has made arrangements to remain on duty all night tonight in anticipation of some reply. If it comes, will it be a final reply or another counter-offer? Or will it reveal some dramatic surprise inside Japan? The Emperor's abdication, perhaps, to avoid the personal humiliation of surrender. Will the reply reveal a new government in Japan? A government whose purpose would be more delay. You remember all the changes before Pearl Harbor. China's ambassador seems confident of big news soon. He ought to know how the Jap mind would work under these circumstances. He's a well-informed man. I believe he knows. At least he has every right to know what to expect. He seems confident. There are no facts, however, nothing but mysterious silence. Do they need time in Tokyo to swallow the cruel, arrogant pride? There's little doubt of it. This will be a cup of bitter tea. Picture anybody whose job it may have been to kneel today in the Emperor's presence and say, Holy One, Your Majesty, you'll have to sign a document admitting complete defeat and accepting unconditional surrender. You'll have to do this even when your armies are intact, 4 million strong. You'll have to do all this even before an enemy soldier has landed on your shores. You'll have to agree to place yourself under a supreme allied commander who will be the real ruler of Japan, and after all that, after you've carried out his orders, you'll have to wait for the people of Japan to say whether or not you're to be continued. Even when we're back once more an obscure, disarmed, and dismantled group of islands without pomp or power. When you realize 9 persons in 10 in Japan would hardly dare look up with the Emperor passing by. When you consider how much he represents God to millions. When you realize how completely all of Japan's national life is tied up with this one man, who is now virtually forced to offer himself up to do as we say and carry out our commands, and admit everything he represents in power, natural and supernatural, has failed to save Japan. You'll agree, I'm sure, carrying that news to him was quite a mission.
Commentator Gabriel Heatter making it clear how difficult this decision was, and probably the reason it took so long. The culture in Japan had the emperor having been handed down from God. And so that was a lot of the concern there, that the culture was such that it was how are the people handling this? Well, at this time, and he was close. Heatter was close when he was talking about when there would be an announcement, because the announcement did come after midnight. And I'm going to play for you something I haven't played before on this. It is a full piece of audio transcription from Mutual. Overnight, Mutual and many of the radio networks stayed open all night so they could broadcast the latest news to stations. Many stations, which signed off at 10 or 11 or midnight, stayed on all night during much of the war. And the main reason they stayed on all night was to be able to do things like you're just about to hear. Mutual was getting the word that the war was about and the surrender was coming.
From the Mutual Newsroom in New York, Tokyo Radio says acceptance of Potsdam Proclamation coming soon. I repeat, Tokyo Radio says acceptance of Potsdam Proclamation coming soon. 1 moment, please. Please, I repeat this bulletin. Tokyo Radio says acceptance of Potsdam Proclamation coming soon. A bulletin from San Francisco. Tokyo Radio said today that an imperial message accepting the Potsdam Proclamation would be forthcoming soon. Repeating that bulletin from San Francisco, Tokyo Radio said today that an imperial message accepting the Potsdam Proclamation would be forthcoming soon. For the news, listen to your mutual station. From the Mutual Newsroom in New York, San Francisco, the International News Service, FCC quotes Domai saying Japan accepts allied terms. Repeating this bulletin, dated San Francisco, the Federal Communication Commission quotes Domai saying Japan accepts allied terms. This is not official. I repeat, this is not official. This is from the Tokyo Radio.
Hold it.
Just 1 moment, please. We're standing by in the Mutual Newsroom. Just 1 moment, please.
WWII flash.
From the OWI, the Japanese government has accepted the Allied surrender formula embodied in the note dispatched to Tokyo by the United States. The Tokyo Domai Agency said today in a wireless dispatch recorded by the Federal Communications Commission. We have another bulletin here. Japan surrenders. Japan surrenders. Now repeating the entire bulletin, the Japanese government has accepted the Allied surrender formula embodied in the note dispatched to Tokyo by the United States. The Tokyo Domai Agency said to recorded by the Federal Communications Commission. This is not official. We're awaiting confirmation from Washington. This is not official. For the news, listen to your mutual station.
Swing bands make him frown. He doesn't get his from boogie-woogie lick.
A couple of notes. Why did the bulletin come from San Francisco? It was coming from a shortwave monitoring station. You have to remember that in this era, a lot of communication during wartime was via shortwave radio. There were no satellites. So a lot of the communication came via monitoring shortwave transmissions. OWI, the Office of War Information, was who was mentioned there. That's who we're going to end up hearing a lot more about. Let's go to some of the other broadcasts around the nation when this was taking place. The next day, as we said.
Good morning, everyone. This is Don Elder speaking from atop the marquee of the United Artists Theater here in the heart of Chicago's Loop District. The streets are pretty well filled with people by now, but as yet we've seen very little boisterous noise-making or celebration. When we came down on the Loop this morning at about 4:30, the weather had already taken a hand in stopping the crowds from gathering. It was raining buckets, and with the exception of a few civilians and servicemen huddled under theater marquees and in doorways, about the only people down on the streets were policemen. Well, now that situation has changed. It's stopped raining and quite a crowd has gathered. Some of them are listening to the news on radios scattered throughout the Loop. Quite a few are merely on their way to work. And as could be expected, quite a few school children are also downtown to get a look-see at just what's happening. Since early this morning, we've watched cameramen and newsreel photographers getting a cross-section view of Chicago on this day of days. One rather persistent photographer stood out in the middle of Randolph Street for a very dangerous 3 or 4 minutes snapping pictures of passers-by in Chicagoans wandering the Loop just looking for excitement to happen. Very few windows have been broken down here, but some stores are taking no chances anyway. I noticed the old Heidelberg down here a few doors boarded up their windows with big V for victory signs. We talked to a policeman before who told us that up until now the police have had very little to do in the line of quelling disturbances. He adds, incidentally, that that's all right with him. By the way, it would seem that even Chicago's finest have their troubles. At least when I happened to overhear one of the uniformed policemen talking on a pay telephone a few minutes ago, he was trying to explain frantically to his wife that he was actually down here in the Loop on business. From what I couldn't help overhearing, she obviously didn't believe there was anything important enough to get her husband out of bed at about 2 o'clock in the morning. At least nothing in the line of duty. Just recently, all of Chicago's taverns have been ordered closed for a 24-hour period by the police department, while about half of Chicago's restaurants already have closed voluntarily. And before the day is over, most of the Chicagoans who eat out will have a pretty hard time finding a place to get a snack. Department stores still are waiting for the official word before closing, and banks here will remain open until today is declared a legal holiday, if it is. As I speak to you from Chicago's Loop this morning, you can probably hear the roar of traffic down below us and perhaps the rumble of a few passing streetcars. Incidentally, a few of those streetcars have windows broken early this morning in the first excitement of Radio Tokyo's announcement. But since then, as I mentioned, there has been very little violence. Newsboys down on the street are making more money today than they've made in a long, long time. One little fellow told us as we bought a paper, "You know what, mister? That fellow there says he has a boy out in the Pacific. You know what else? He gave me $1 for one paper." But in general, it seems Chicagoans are taking the whole thing very calmly and coolly. One might almost say with a feeling of skepticism. They aren't going to be caught by another false peace flash, you can be sure of that. We talked to several people on the street before going on the air, and that feeling is just about the same. Just before going on the air here, I was down on the street sampling reaction and the general temper of Chicago's Loop. I noticed a T5 standing in front of the theater. Quite obviously, he'd seen plenty of action, for on his sleeve were 5 overseas bars, in other words, 3 years. In addition, he wore 3 campaign stars, and they happened to stand for Makin, Saipan, and Okinawa. When I asked him his name, he said, "Oh, that isn't important. Just say I'm a member of the Fightin' 69. But I can sure imagine how happy the old gang is out there on Okinawa today. And now this is Don Elder switching you to NBC in Denver.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're monitoring the Columbia Network, and they are in New York City at their World News Service. But meanwhile, since they are not taking us to London, England, here we go.
The Japanese have accepted our terms fully. That is the word we have just received from the White House in Washington, and I didn't expect to hear a celebration here.
You've heard it, ladies and gentlemen, and we're here in the Time Star newsroom with a traveling microphone. The war is over. The Japanese have surrendered. The victory has been won. It's official from the White House. You just heard Bob Trout. President Harry Truman has announced the end of the war. The Japanese have accepted our conditioned reply to their surrender offer. They will lay down their arms. There it is, the news you've been waiting for. It's over, all over. For some neighbors of yours and mine, the war ended long ago when the messenger arrived with the telegram saying killed in action or died of wounds. Let's have a thought to that tonight. The sounds of the guns have been stilled. This is August the 14th, the day to remember. The word from Washington that President Truman has announced the acceptance of the Japanese surrender terms. This is the day you wondered about on September 1st, 1939, when the voice of Adolf Hitler swept upon the ears of the world to announce the Nazi attack on Poland. This is the day you wondered about on December 7th, 1941, Pearl Harbor. And then you said, this is it. And whether you'd fancied yourself an isolationist or an internationalist, you knew that that was it. You wondered about your own loved ones back there December 7th, 41. You wondered whether they would survive it. Well, many of the boys will come marching home, and others will lie beneath the white crosses and stars in far places. Places whose names we'd never heard before that Pearl Harbor day. And so now the war is over. The victory is won. The American people have a new litany of names which have been consecrated by American blood. The blood of boys and men from Cincinnati and Covington, Newport, Lebanon, Ohio, Greenville, Dayton and Connersville, Indiana, and Lawrenceburg. A litany which tells of far places and calls up the vision of beach landings in an inferno of fire and steel. We can hear the whistles in downtown Cincinnati. They're breaking loose because this is it. This is it, friends. Now it's all over in the Pacific, over in Europe. It's over, friends, save for the white crosses in the memory of those place names you'd never heard of before this war started. The job has been done in the Western world and on the land and seas of the Orient, and let's not forget it. We're traveling alongside our news wire now. As a matter of fact, if we can get to the window, maybe we don't have to get there. You can hear the bells and the whistles in downtown Cincinnati. I don't know whether they cut in above the news wire ticking, but Mr. Truman made the announcement that it's over at a press conference. He read a statement which said, "I deem this reply a full acceptance of the Potsdam Declaration, which specified the unconditional surrender of Japan. In the reply, there is no qualification." That's the way President Truman said it. Let me see if I can get to a window. You can hear the bells and the whistles out there. Now Cincinnati can really celebrate. The thing is over and Johnny is going to come marching home. Friends, possibly Columbia Broadcasting System has got something that I haven't got down here on my tickers, so we take you to CBS.
This is Columbia's news headquarters in New York. Our last great enemy is defeated. The Second World War is at an end.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Christ Church wishes to announce it will hold special VJ Day services at 8 p.m. tonight and 12:10 tomorrow afternoon. We'll repeat that. Christ Church wishes to announce it will hold special VJ Day services at 8 p.m. tonight and 12:10 tomorrow afternoon.
The town is just getting into the depth of the celebration about now, I believe, and President Truman will later on this evening make a formal declaration of the peace treaty with Japan.
Yeah, it was 6 o'clock and we heard the whistles blow and all sorts of things seemed to be going on all at one time. And so we decided that that was the end of the war, and it was. So we drove around the block and we went over to Fountain Square, and there was tons of paper, I guess not tons, but anyhow, a few wastebaskets full of paper being thrown out from the crew tower. It's pretty thrilling, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're speaking to you from the roof of the Time Star building in downtown Cincinnati. Can you hear those whistles? Can you hear those bells? Cincinnati is celebrating. We thought we'd let you hear what the old hometown is doing. Just listen to the noise. Even up here at 8th and Broadway, which is a little off the main drag in Cincinnati, the paper and the confetti is blowing around, and somebody must have tied down the whistle of a train, because one of the most infernal rackets is being brewed over in the middle part of the city, and we can hear it up here at the Time Star just as though it was being made downstairs. For now, that's the story from the Time Star.
I take you to NBC Mobile Unit.
This is the NBC Mobile Unit in the heart, center, and the pulsing focus of a joyous nation on Times Square in New York City. Ben Grauer reporting as I literally stand tiptoe, sticking my head outside the silver-gray terratop of the NBC Mobile Unit and look uptown over a foaming, seething, writhing mass of faces, lifted joyfully and buoyantly and gloriously happy at the final conclusion of a desperate war which has seen its closing days in a desperate day or 3 or 4 of anxiety, turmoil, anticipation, doubt, fear, and being cast down. Are these people happy? That's the only word to express it. Are you happy? And all I need to do is turn my NBC microphone down over these folks here and to see this wave of smiles, confetti, streamers, banners, bells, jingles, flags, horns, and a joyous, buoyant, glorious look on everybody's face. If I can calm down for just a minute, I'd like to take this scene apart to see that here we have a combination of every type and person in the country represented by these people here. I can see by the looks on the faces that there's a person from out of town, from the West Coast, from Kansas, from Miami, from Oakland, California. There's a serviceman from the oh, they won't let me talk. The reason for that is that a daring Marine has just leaped upon a representation of the picture of the flag being planted on the peak of Mount Suribachi in Iwo Jima and has raised a little but gloriously defiant American flag. And in victory, this little piece of bunting is going up to the top of the Iwo Jima. And now here's a sailor on the other side of this lamppost which says Times Square Broadway, and he has been kissed both by the grape and by a beautiful girl, because he climbed up that lamppost about 25, 30 feet high. Now he's in his own little crow's nest here in the heart of Manhattan, and he's waving a happy and joyous hello to everyone below him. He's got a rose stuck in his little pocket over his left breast, just above his campaign ribbons, and he's waving his hat happily in the air. Up above, I see nothing but a sea, a rolling mass of faces conspicuously marked by the white headgear of Navy boys. And down right here close to us, a quick glance at the massing, milling crowd would indicate that there's approximately 20% of servicemen. I think that's a fair estimate. They have been drawn to this, the focus and heart of New York City, and which expresses at this moment the pent-up jubilation and joy and relief after 4 years of war. Oh, he's made it! The sailor boy got to the very top of the lamppost and then reached the most precarious peak, and he's sitting right now on a representation of the seal of the city of New York. And he doesn't care if anybody knows it. Joy, glamour, beauty, excitement, and overall an expression of tremendous relief. I see also mixed in the crowd those who are silent, mostly older people, many of them perhaps people who will carry the memory of a loved one who hasn't returned, whose sacrifice is continuous. I see many people who are standing mouth agape. The thing is so overwhelming that they can't express it in their own jubilation and just much others. There's a little gray-haired lady with a happy smile, somewhat toothless, but all over her face, and I see that she's got a service button with 2 stars on it. Our congratulations and joy to you, madam. And here's a little girl, a bobby soxer if ever I saw one, and she's kissing a sailor right next to her. The sailor seems to be having the most of it. There's a girl with brimming black eyes, and she is smiling and kissing a soldier. The Army has taken over for a moment here. And now the policemen, Mayor LaGuardia's representatives here, in a very kindly and understanding and sympathetic way, are trying to keep the crowd back who are pressing around this lamppost. And now the Marine is cast. A Marine's gone up to challenge the Navy man up there. This, and ladies and gentlemen, is NBC's description from Times Square of a part of the VJ celebration in New York City. Ben Grau speaking and returning to the NBC newsroom in New York.
Some of the sounds of the news of this date. 81 years ago, August 14th, 1945, VJ Day, the official end of World War II. In a moment, we will hear the foremost news commentator, H.V. Kaltenborn, and his thoughts on the end of World War II, when Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox continues our salute to VJ Day.
A wise farmer knows that he must get his livestock under cover to protect them from radioactive fallout. An attack may never come, but it's wise to prepare now.
We continue here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox with more from the end of World War II. VJ Day, 81 years ago today, August 14th, 1945. We'll now hear H.V. Kaltenborn, one of the most renowned news commentators of the day, on his thoughts on the conclusion of the war.
And now we are going to bring you a special commentary on this news by Mr. H.V. Kaltenborn, speaking from the NBC newsroom in New York. Mr. Kaltenborn.
You can say it with emphasis, for it's ringing in millions of hearts all over the world tonight. That glad, glad news that we've been waiting for years. And here it is. Sometimes it hardly seems for a moment that it can be true. We've become so immersed in war. We have lived the war so completely, so intensely, that this transition from one moment to the next into peace seems almost impossible to realize. And yet, we know it's true. We know that the President of the United States has told us that it was true. And here is what he said. The words deserve repeating again and again. I have received this afternoon a message from the Japanese government in reply to the message forwarded to that government on August 11th. I deem this reply a full acceptance of the Potsdam Declaration, which specifies the unconditional surrender of Japan. In the reply, there is no qualification. Arrangements are now being made for the formal signing of surrender terms at the earliest possible moment. General Douglas MacArthur has been appointed the Supreme Allied Commander to receive the Japanese surrender. Great Britain, Russia, and China will be represented by high-ranking officers. Meantime, the Allied armed forces have been ordered to suspend offensive action. The proclamation of VJ Day must wait upon the formal signing of the surrender terms by Japan. Following is the Japanese government's message accepting our terms. Communication of the Japanese government of August 14, 1945, addressed to the governments of the United States, Great Britain, the Soviet Union, and China, with reference to the Japanese government's note of August 10th regarding their acceptance of the provisions of the Potsdam Declaration, and the reply of the governments of the United States, Great Britain, the Soviet Union, and China, sent by American Secretary of State James F. Burns under the date of August 11, the Japanese government have the honor to communicate to the government of the four powers as follows. 1. His Majesty the Emperor has issued an imperial rescript regarding Japan's acceptance of the provisions of the Potsdam Declaration. 2. His Majesty the Emperor is prepared to authorize and ensure the signature by his government and the Imperial General Headquarters of the necessary terms for carrying out the provisions of the Potsdam Declaration. His Majesty is also prepared to issue his commands to all the military, naval, and air authorities of Japan and all the forces under their control, wherever located, to cease active operations, to surrender arms, and to issue such other orders as may be required by the Supreme Commander of the Allied Forces for the execution of the above-mentioned terms. Nothing could be more complete, more absolute, more devoid of the slightest qualification. The one point of doubt is the text of the rescript to which the Emperor refers in the first point of his declaration. He says that he has issued an imperial rescript regarding Japan's acceptance of the provisions of the Potsdam Declaration. It is quite possible that that is the document which he will read over the radio to the Japanese people at 11 o'clock Eastern wartime, and of which NBC will give you a full report. And so we come to the close, or near the close, of a momentous day. And what a curious day it's been in the history of the war. Those of us who followed the press and radio bulletins since the day began have lived in a twilight zone between war and peace. Not long after midnight, Domei, the official Japanese news agency, told the world that Japan had surrendered. When radio's instantaneous transmission carried that news to the 48 states, the celebrations began. They became riotous in many cities as the morning wore on. But there was no more news. Early reports that the surrender note had reached Switzerland were denied. For hours, there was a feeling of frustration. Then, in mid-afternoon, came a broadcast from NBC's Max Jordan, which electrified those who heard it. Scoring one of the big beats of the war, Jordan gave us the first real news of the day. The Japanese note had reached Bern, he said, and would be at the White House in 2 more hours. It accepted our surrender demand in principle, and those who knew what the note contained believed the war was over. In a later broadcast, Jordan revealed that a fairly lengthy note had been compressed into 160 Swiss code words, which RCA transmitted from Switzerland in just 12 minutes. The note reached the State Department at 6:04 p.m. Eastern Wartime. The White House had already learned its general contents from Leland Harrison, our minister to Switzerland, and at 7 o'clock tonight, the news reporters who had been waiting for days around the White House were called into the president's office, and the president gave them the momentous news. He gave them more news at the same time. He told them that something like 5 million American men now in the armed forces will be released to civilian life within the next 12 to 18 months. The Board of War Production told us that all labor controls are off at once, so that labor is once again a free agent to seek whatever market suits it.
The sacrifices for Americans would be ending sooner rather than later. All right, Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox continues in just a moment. Fred Waring did a daytime show, and we're going to hear the Fred Waring show with a special commentary from Paris by one Benjamin Kabelski. Stay tuned.
Civil defense is common sense. This is Fred McMurray. Home shelters can be built for as little as $100. Simple plans for building inexpensive home shelters are available free from your civil defense office. Ask for a copy of the Family Fallout Shelter booklet.
Fred Waring and his Pennsylvanians usually did a great musical show, but on this date 81 years ago today, a lot of attention was paid to the war. and a special shortwave broadcast interrupting the show from a special war correspondent, if you will, Jack Benny. Let's listen.
More than ever before, news today must be accurate, must be timely, must be authoritative. That is the service given listeners by reliable NBC News. NBC programs will be interrupted at any time for important news. Right now, relax and enjoy the Fred Waring Show over WEAF, NBC in New York.
All programs will be interrupted for important news bulletins. Stay tuned to your NBC station for latest developments.
I hear sparkling songs of love tingle from your tongue.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Fred Waring Show. We're broadcasting this morning from beautiful Shawnee-on-Delaware. And we want to help make this day a little more joyous for you, if it is possible. And here's the man who will do his best to make you smile. Come in, Mr. Waring.
Oh, come on, Bill. Come on, little pep.
Wasn't the opening peppy
No,
enough?
just introduce me. Come on.
Here he is.
That was Bill Bivens, ladies and gentlemen. This is Fred Waring. Good morning, friends. Unofficially, did you get that? Unofficially, we feel great this morning. Unofficially, there's a great roar going up in the streets of most of our cities. Unofficially, it seems everyone is celebrating, and nobody seems to feel much like work this morning. Well, if you're alone in the house just now, why not let those chores go for a few minutes and join us in a little unofficial jubilation? Because unofficially, again, this seems to be a great day for our side. We're going to start just as though it were any other day, but it does happen to be Tuesday, doesn't it, Bill?
That is right.
Fine.
Oh, early Tuesday morning.
Tuesday is ironing day, is it not? Right. All right.
Tuesday's the day you iron your clothes, you shirt your sheets, your leaves and those. This is the day you iron your clothes, early Tuesday morning. So early Tuesday morning.
Bob Evans, any poetry?
Yes, sir. I'm too tired to iron today. I'm just about dead, in fact. Too much golf and tennis and sun. Oh, my aching back.
Go lie down. Bob, Scamp, anything from you?
At ironing, I can't stand the gaff. But Fred Waring's golf iron gave me a laugh. He swung with his all, but he missed the ball and just caught a cold from the draft.
Very funny, Fred.
This is the day you iron your clothes, early Tuesday morning. So early Tuesday morning.
Well, the time is now.
The time is now, the time is now. It's time to heat the writing on the wall. For the world won't wait since fate sets the date and the time is now. Oh, that Yankee do or die is on the go again, and they'll see a mighty show again, the curtain's going up. Can't you hear that call to give your all, and the time is now, the time is now, the time is now. Are you ready for the start? Is your heart in the fight for the right to defend to the end? For it all. Will you meet the final test with the pen at your hand for the land that we claim in the age of God? The time is now.
time is now. The Pennsylvania to Shawnee span the ocean now, and we have a guest. Well, we're going to call him a guest in our program because I think we ought to be very proud to have him anyway. He's over there with Ingrid Bergman and Larry Adler ready to give you his idea of the reactions of the Parisians and the Americans in Paris. Jack Benny. We switch you now to NBC in Paris.
This is Roy Porter in Paris. Today, Paris is celebrating with 12-inch headlines in the newspapers saying one word, peace. Today, whether the news is really official or not, Paris wants you people back home to know that we Americans over here are as happy as you are, that the end of a long, savage, cruel war is in sight. And here's a man who has just finished an 8-week USO tour of Germany, Jack Benny.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jack Benny coming to you from Paris, France. And we are now on our way back home. When I say we, I mean Miss Ingrid Bergman, Larry Adler, Martha Tilton, David Lewinter, and myself. On this tour, we've had a personal opportunity to see what war can really mean. We've seen their devastated cities. We've watched the long lines of people ejected from their own countries, plodding pathetically down the highways. In fact, what we have seen has convinced us that this must be the last war. We came over here to entertain your boys. We have been visiting boys who have been here for months and months and whose greatest desire is first to end war forever and then to get back home to Oil City or Dallas or even Waukegan. We've met a lot of them, and we know that your boys helped win this war over here just as they have done in the Pacific.
Well, Jack, let me ask you, what is the primary impression that you got over here about the real objective of the American soldier?
Roy, I think the American soldier has had 3 definite objectives. First, he wanted to do his best to help win the war, and he did just that. Then he wants to be sure that we've not only won the war, but we've won the peace as well. And finally, after the job has been done, and thoroughly done, he wants to get back to the USA. And one thing nobody ever wants to hear again is that old expression, don't you know there's a war on? And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce a young man with whom I have made 3 overseas trips, the world's greatest harmonica player, Larry Adler.
Thank you, Jack. We've seen a city the size of New York 80% destroyed, and that city is Berlin, Germany. If that sight taught me any kind of a lesson, it's this. The war is over. But the peace has not yet begun. The winning of that peace will be your job, my job, the lifetime job of every one of us. Ladies and gentlemen, here is a person who to you is one of America's greatest actresses, and who to us is one of America's finest troopers, Miss Ingrid Bergman.
I came overseas because I wanted to say a personal thank you to these boys, our boys and our allies, for the job they have done. I hope you two at home will also get your chance to say thank you very soon.
You're right, Ingrid. And I hope the next time we travel around the world, any of us, it will be as civilian sightseers. This is Jack Benny again saying so long, and we'll be seeing you in a couple of days.
And this is Roy Porter in Paris, returning you to the Fred Waring Show.
Greetings and thank you, and it was nice to hear from Jack Benny. Now,
you made the grade
this
today.
is Fred Waring again at Shawnee on Delaware. What's that, Bill?
I said you made the grade today. After all these years, you had a big star on your show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank
You've
you.
really done it today.
Yes.
How do
Well,
you feel? Feel pretty good?
I feel very, very jubilant, as I mentioned before.
Mm-hmm.
Why shouldn't I be very proud to have Mr. Benny?
You're going to be funny now?
No, I suppose you think that I'm going to enter in one of those feuds as...
Like Fred Allen. Why don't you say something about Benny now?
Oh, no, I wouldn't dare
then.
say. No, not take it easy. I got enough trouble with you. What's on your mind?
Well, Fred, I want to get serious here for a moment, if you don't mind. You know, all morning long, since this unofficial news, it's still unofficial, I presume, has broken, we've been switching all over the country, getting the reactions of the people in Chicago, New York, Washington, Denver,
Lockheed and so
Cleveland, Hollywood, and everything.
Hollywood, yeah.
But they're the people in the big cities. How about the folks here in a rural community like Shawnee?
I think it'd be nice to get the reaction.
Well, Fred, I've gone out before our show this morning and rounded up several of your neighbors. You know them. They're farm people, and they're sort of the backbone of our great country. Let's get some views on what they think of this war coming to an end.
That'll be fine. I
Here's
think...
the first one. I don't know.
You don't know him? Well, I do. John, will you stand right there? This is Mr. John Dimmick, who's a dairyman, and he is also in charge of our golf course, probably knows more about grasses and hay and things of that, and poison ivy than anybody I've ever met. John, what's your reaction to this war news?
I'm certainly glad that it's over with. It's certainly been a struggle for all of us, both on the farm and also here at the golf course. And we certainly will be glad to see the boys home again so we can get some real help.
Real help, huh?
And I certainly am mighty glad to have this very welcome news this morning.
John Dimmick is one of our local people here at Shawnee Village. He works harder than any man I've ever known except Bob Heller, who also is a local man. We've tried to get Bob up here, but he's very busy now. They've all been working 20 and 24 hours a day, and that's not any kidding. These gentlemen are the backbone of America, and what they need now is a little rest and help from the boys who are coming back. Thank you very much, John Dimmick. Here's another one now. Mr. Lloyd Lee, who was in the last war. He's Mr. We call him Mr. American Legion right around here. He's a bald-headed gentleman. He's the owner and proprietor of the local village general store. Mr. Lloyd Lee, what do you have to say about it?
Well, it's certainly a great satisfaction the way the soldiers of this war dispatched our enemies. Of course, we think in the former war we did it a little quicker, but we had to allow for the robot bomb and so on.
You think you did it quicker, huh?
Yes, of course, we went in slugging. We may have been Jack Dempsey, and they may have gone down for a count of 9, but we came up on top, and praise the Lord, our young men this time proved beyond a doubt the good old American stock, both for industrious work and darn good fighting.
Darn good fighting, huh? Lloyd Lee, we appreciate your coming up here. How are you gonna make use of this official, if it's official, this declaration of you know what I mean, peace?
I'm going to try especially hard to get a larger number of those number 2 tin cans instead of those large number 10 cans. They're too heavy to handle.
That's fine. Thank you very much, Lloyd Lee. Now, I wouldn't try to claim that we had any clam bakes here at Shawnee, but as the song goes, our hearts are warm and our bellies are full, and we're feeling primed, so it's no trouble at all to get right into the mood of the carousel song hit. This was a real nice clam bake.
Was the same. Our hearts are warm, our bellies are full, and we are feeling pride. It was a real nice clam bake, and we all had a real good time. First time codfish chowder, cooked in iron kettles, onions floating on the top, curling up in with a clamshell tied onto a bayberry stick. It was a real nice clam bake, and we all had a real good time.
Remember how we raked them red-hot lobsters
out of the driftwood fire?
Sizzled and crackled and sputtered a song,
fitting for an angel's choir.
Fitting for an angel,
fitting for an angel, fitting for an angel's choir.
Lived on the back and peppered and good, and doused in the melted butter. Then we tore away the corn, cracked them with our teeth,
'cause we weren't in the mood to butter.
Fitting for an angel,
fitting for an angel, fitting for an angel's choir.
Then at last came the clam, steamed under rockweed and popping in their shells. Just how many of them galloped down our gullets, we couldn't say ourselves.
This was a real nice clam bake. We're mighty glad we came. The victuals we ate were good, you can bet. The company was the same. Our hearts are warm, our bellies are full, and we are feeling pride. This was a real nice clam bake, and we all had a real good time.
lucky this morning being able to do our broadcasting right on the shore of the good old Delaware River with a breeze coming in the window. I guess the best we can do about passing a little of that breeze on to you is to play this arrangement of Summer Breeze. Summer Breeze is a song written a few years ago. It was used momentarily as a theme by us. We like it. We like the feel of it and the way it sounds. It will be sung by the Glee Club and the soloist, Arthur Hestwood. Arthur acted as golf pro here last year. He plays a nice game. Yesterday shot a fine 74 on the most difficult golf course. My score? Our local pro, Charlie Shepard, shot a 66 on this golf course on Sunday, a 30 on the home 9. Come on, Arthur.
Hear that song, that lovely song. There's music in the night. It's the summer breeze bringing melodies for our delight. Nature sighs, sweet lullabies. What is that magic strain? It's the summer breeze dancing through the trees. It's love's refrain. Flowers in bloom spread their perfume, scenting romance in the air. Stars up above whisper of love. This night is ours to share. Lips that meet as two hearts beat in perfect harmony, while the summer breeze sings sweet melodies for you and me. Sweet summer
Well, Bill, what do you have to sell today?
Well, Fred, I don't know. This is just such a wonderful place. There's so many things to enjoy. What would you suggest that we sell this morning? The golf course. And
How was your game, Bill?
It was wonderful.
It was,
I really got a big score, and I'm
I
proud
saw
of
you out
myself.
there in the 12th hole for about a half hour yesterday. What was wrong
Oh,
with
the sand trap there?
Yes.
Oh, that's a wonderful trap.
Were you making little mud pies for yourself? What was...
Well, no, I was making little ant hills.
Oh, I see.
We go under the ball.
Tell us about
and
your
over.
score. How did you arrive at it?
Well, it was a great big score, Fred. I saw on the card there it said large numbers, so I strived to get the large numbers. I wound up with, I think I beat my opponent there. He had, I think, for the 18 holes, 85, and I
Yeah?
had 185.
That's fine. You used a Monroe calculator probably to add yours.
No, the more swings you take...
Well, did you have any outstanding shots? Anything that...
Well, when they took my picture on the first tee, I
Yeah.
drove around 300 yards.
That's fine.
And then when some of the boys ganged up on me and said, let's see old Big Mouth hit one now.
Yeah.
Billy Boy stepped up and
Yeah.
knocked it within a foot or two of the pin.
You used your
Yeah.
putter, didn't you, off the tee?
The putter, yes.
That's
Mhm.
fine.
That's
Uh-huh.
fine.
Well, Annie, did you have any remarkable score? Birdies? Eagles?
Yes, I got a hole in one out there.
What?
I got a hole in one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful.
But I had another pair, so I went ahead and changed my socks, Fred.
Yes, we won't be needing Jack Benny. Oh.
I'm available for barbecues and picnics.
All
if you
right,
need
fine.
me.
All right, Bill Bivens, that's enough. And now we're all set for the story hour, chillin', all right? This story is called These Bones Gwine to Rise Again, and the whole gang, Glee Club, Don Craig, Herman Hennig, Joanne, what's her name? She's been here such a short time. Wheatley, W-E-8, what is it? Come on, Don, get in. I wanted to hear you. Joanne...
Wheatley, W-H-E-A-T-L-E-Y, right?
That's right. That was Don Craig spelling for Mr. Waring. Now, let's see. Joanne Wheatley, bees and honey. Honey's not here, though. And she's meeting Murray. And the orchestra, and we're going to tell you all about it from the beginning to the end, the story of These Bones Gwine to Rise Again. Livingston Gerhardt made the arrangement. It's a Negro spiritual. You ready?
Time was exactly 8 o'clock a.m. on Tuesday morning. The year was 4004 at BC. The place was somewhere in Asia Minor, PQ. And what happened was this. Lordy, thordy, make a man. These bones gonna rise again. Make 'em out of mud and a little bit of sand. These bones gonna rise again. I know it, I know it. These bones gonna rise again. Thought he'd make a woman too. These bones gonna rise again. Didn't know exactly what to do. These bones gonna rise again.
Took a rib from Adam's side, made me see for to be his bride.
Ladies and gentlemen, one moment, please. The program coming to you from Shawnee on the Delaware of Fred Waring and his music has been temporarily interrupted. We hope to return you to Fred Waring in just one moment.
By that tree all loaded down, I believe it. Serpent, he came round the trunk. At Miss Eve, his eye he wunk.
First she took a little pull, then she fill her apron full. Adam, he come prowling around and slide them peelings on the ground.
Then he took a little slice and smacked his lips and said, "Was nice."
Oh, he spoke in a mighty voice, shook the heavens to the joy.
Adam, where art thou?
Yes, Lord, I's coming now.
You ate my apples, I believe.
Not me, Lord. I expect 'twas Eve.
Out of my garden, you... These bones gonna rise again. For you and me has got to quit. These bones gonna rise again.
Out of my garden, you and me has got to quit. Molten rose up in the grass. Told 'em, beat it down the path. Put an angel at the door. Told 'em, never come down no more. Out of my garden, you and me. Turn your lips and buy the sweat.
Out of my garden, you must get. For you and me has got to quit. Yep, that's the way it happened. And that's where all the trouble started.
The newest arrangement of the Glee Club to come from Roy Ringwald, What Makes the Sunset. We did it last week at this time, and you liked it so well you've asked for it, so here it is again. Gordon Goodman is the soloist. What Makes the Sunset from the picture Anchors Away.
What makes the sunset? What makes the moon rise? What makes the tide remember to hide? And why does it soon rise? What makes the star fall? Where does it fall to?
Why does its light make us stop in the night and wish as we all do?
Shawnee on Delaware in Pennsylvania. Thanks again for coming. Hope you'll be with us tomorrow, again at the same time.
All programs will be interrupted for important news bulletins. Stay tuned to your NBC station for latest developments. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
Yeah, rather than just play the bit, let's listen to the whole show and get the patriotic nature and the fervor of the day, 81 years ago, the end of World War II, August 14th, 1945. Radio, of course, gave the war a huge send-off. Norman Corwin, Orson Welles, 14 August, a message for the day of victory. That's next.
Civil defense is common sense. This is Howard Duff with this reminder. 640 and 1240. These are the Conelrad frequencies during a national emergency. 640 and 1240 on your regular radio will be your only official means of receiving vital information. Remember, 640 and 1240.
Thank you, Sam Spade, for that important information. And now, Norman Corwin, the Poet Laureate of radio. He could turn a phrase better than anyone else. This is how he turned the phrase 81 years ago today in an exquisite tone poem read by no one better than Orson Welles. August 14th, 1945, 81 years ago today, 14 August, a message for the day of victory.
This day is the father of great anniversaries. Men and saints shall picnic together on 14 August, down more years than you or I shall see. So say it tonight with saluting guns. Say it with roses. Say it with a hand clasp, a drink, a prayer. Say it any way you want, but say it! Say it!
The Columbia Broadcasting System presents 14 August, a message for the day of victory by Norman Corwin, spoken by Orson Welles.
Congratulations for being alive and listening on this night. Millions didn't make it. They died before their time, and they are gone and gone. For the fascists got them. They are not here, but their acts are here. And they are to be saluted from the lips and from the heart before the conversation swings around to reconversion. Fire a cannon to their everlasting memory. God and uranium were on our side. The wrath of the atom fell like a commandment, and the very planet quivered with implications. Tokyo Rose was hung over from the news next day, and the emperor prayed to himself for succor. So sound the guns for Achilles, the atom, and the war workers, Newton and Galileo, Curie and Einstein, the Archangel Gabriel, and the community of Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, the peoples have come a long way since we were tadpoles. Much has happened, and the upward path has been strewn with dinosaurs, tigers, Caesars, slave traders, and fascists, in spite of which, as you have heard on the radio tonight, the best in the way of flags is flying over the once mighty lands of the enemy, and free men are being born on schedule. New free men, conceived December last during a counter-offensive against their elders in the Ardennes, are tonight breathing and kicking and making fists, are heirs to victory. Whereas the saber-toothed tiger is nicely arranged with fish fossils in the museum, and Caesar is twice hacked to pieces by his countrymen, the second time strung up by the heels to cure. The trader in slaves cannot buy back his name from the contempt of the generations, and the Nazi is parted from his pomp and his furor, pending announcement of the hanging day. The Jap, who never lost a war, has lost a world, learning at what cost to us all. But crime does not pay. This too is worth a cheer. Tomorrow will be time enough for humility. Tonight, we count our trophies. The scuttled hulk of the proud Graf Spee, a lie from the mouth of Goebbels, nailed to the ground, a carpet chewed by Hitler, later disinfected in the flames of Berchtesgaden, the Luftwaffe in a British junkyard, hand clasps and bear hugs on the Elbe, footprints and gun tracks going from Berlin to Warsaw to Stalingrad to Warsaw to Berlin in 68 months. Bloodiest round trip in history. Pearl Harbor, repaid 1,000 times. August 14 August to the gun turret and the turret lathe, and both stand still, and their masters stop to wipe away the sweat of winning. 14 August to the tractor in the wheat field, and the farmhand who heard the news from Washington on the local wavelength a few hours back. 14 August to the flag on Suribachi, and to Colin Kelly's boy, and Maya Levin's mother. The bones of the expendables of Corregidor stir imperceptibly on 14 August. 14 August, Chinese time. To the bridge at Mukden where the Japanese crossed over into war some 14 years ago. Next month. 14 August, to the blood brothers of Stalingrad. Their armies lately a burning wind across the plains of Manchuria. 14 August, to the mending wounds among the hospitals and to the barracks bags and to the bunks and flight decks of the fighting ladies. New homecoming. Now the dog tag exchanged for the name again. They will converge from outlandish zones of time, from secret somewheres known alone to postmasters, from lanes of oceans, and from windy desert camps. The comrades will write letters to each other for a while, and then drop out of touch. The mess halls where the meals were on the house will be forgotten soon enough between Jim's diner and home cooking. Beaches without beachheads. Jobs without sergeants. The men who tilted guns of battleships and stoked them in epic battle will ride the level ferries of bay and river, and tank men will drive a powered lawnmower while their fathers watch. The pilot with many missions will do errands for some civilian company, and the bombardier who crushed a city in a blinding instant will help his wife dry dishes in the kitchen sink. But peace is no dull enterprise this time. It will be armed and vigilant, not languid and flabby. The degenerate years of rigged markets, apples selling on the corner and produce plowed under in the bread line are old ghosts, well laid. What God and laboratory have wrought can serve those who have served. The agitated atom would rather build a city than destroy one, and the jet plane carry passengers to mild appointments. 14 August is 14 August to 500 united nations, the greatest of which have fought too well together, ever to fall apart. Listeners, on 14 August 1945, size up the latest news bulletins against the morbid yesterdays of Warsaw and Pearl Harbor, fallen Paris, and the Blitz on London. Weigh Potsdam against Munich carefully, removing from the balance the millions who shall walk no more. Sketch in the dates and happenings from textbooks and from memory, and draw your own conclusions. Are we agreed that all is one? That the world's a single continent? That mountains made of faith are not to be moved? That freedom is an endless river, jealous of its tributaries, fertilizing the country through which it flows? Study our time. It will do us good. Effective 15 August. Peace, its care and handling, becomes our homework. Say it tonight, with saluting guns, with champagne, and with laughter. But also remember the fields beyond, and the names and faces beyond. It is worth noting and remembering that here, in this August, the grass is hearty, the sky friendly, the wind in the windsock, birds are competitive, the hills of home are in their accustomed places, and all is accounted for. All is accounted for except the farmer's boy and the mill hand who live near the canal, and the young men from the city block where the gutters fry in summer. One lies with an ocean across his chest at the bottom of an Arctic deep. Another sleeps with sand in his eyes where he fell on a beach at Palau. The bones of the fishermen rest in clay far from the rocks of Maine, and the miner's kid is under the ground of China. The cricket sings in the summer night, but the soda clerk says nothing. The fawn leaps in the wolf-proof wood, but the jungle roots twine the postman's feet. The turtle is young at 61, but the flyer is dead at 18. Remember them. Oh, when July comes round and the shimmer of noon excites the locusts, when the pretty girls bounce as they walk in the park and the moth is in love with the 60-watt bulb and the tar on the road is blistered. They've given their noons to their country. They've trusted their girls to you. They are face to face with an ally's earth for a bunch of tomorrows. Remember them. Oh, in the fall of the year, when frost airbrushes the withering leaf, and the silo is fat as a bearing woman, and the cleats in the backfield dig up gains to the praise of the stadium, when the number one goose says it's time to go, and the flock points a V to the south. They've given their seed to 48 states, their football tickets to you. The shirt on their back is a worm-cut rag for silks and breads and bomblessness. For kids unplanned today who will play ghosts and Tojo every Halloween. Remember them. Oh, in the sleeting months, when the sap stands cold in the veins of the tree, and the bottle of milk on the frozen door stoop raises its cap to the morning, when the skating girls eddy like snow on the rink, and the storm window, hooked on the prairie farmhouse, mutters in the gale out of Idaho. They've spilled their blood for the rights of men, for people the likes of me and you, and they ask that we do not fail them again in the days we are coming to.
You have been listening to 14 August, a message for the day of victory, written, directed, and produced by Norman Corwin, and spoken by Orson Welles. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
August. And now you understand why Corwin was the best writer. And you understand why Welles was one hell of an orator. Our salute to the events of 81 years ago today, August 14th, 1945, the end of World War II. here on Classic Radio Theater. We'll take a quick look at tomorrow's show, Sam Spade, starring Howard Duff, whom you heard a little earlier. The Critical Author Caper from 1948. Lon Clark as Nick Carter, Master Detective from that same date, 1948. Suspense, A Friend to Alexander, starring John Dana from 1956. And George Raft as Rocky Jordan, Man in the Nile. On Sunday, Counter Spy, Dangerous Assignment, Gunsmoke, and Have Gun Will Travel. On Monday, the FBI in Peace and War, Frontier Gentlemen, Crime Classics, and Crime in Peter Chambers. Another episode of Counter Spy from 1949 on Tuesday's show. That show ran twice a week and during that period, and both times, as I recall, for Pepsi-Cola. Also, Dragnet, Escape, and the CBS Radio Workshop. On Wednesday, Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve, George Burns and Gracie Allen, and we'll go back out to Dodge City for episodes of Gunsmoke, and we'll go to Wyoming for an episode of Port Laramie. On Thursday, Edward Arnold is a President of the United States, but we don't know which one, in Mr. President. The Green Llama from 1949, a 1961 episode of Suspense, Murder is a Matter of Opinion, and The Whistler. A week from today, a true mixed bag with Granby's Green Acres, starring Gail Gordon and Bea Benadera from 1950. The only radio series they both headlined. And kind of the prequel, not directly, but kind of the prequel to Green Acres, the television show. Also, Hal March stars in a summer series from 1950, Too Many Cooks. And then we will go back out west in 1960 for episodes of Have Gun Will Travel and Gunsmoke. That's a week from today here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Anytime at classicradio.stream. Up next, Peter Lorre, Mystery in the Air.
Civil defense is common sense. This is Joni James. After nuclear attack, radioactive fallout will be a potential threat to every living thing. You can't hear, or smell, or taste fallout. Often you can't see it, so you must take shelter and stay there until told it's safe to leave.
Some of the amazing works brought together by Peter Lorre, who picked all the shows, picked all the scripts for this summer series from 1947, Mystery in the Air. This episode has to do with Jack the Ripper. It's entitled The Lodger.
Mystery in the Air, starring Peter Lorre, presented by Camel Cigarettes.
All right, men. I guess that's all. Put him on the stretcher and take him to the morgue.
Oh, must I stay, Inspector?
For a while, Mrs. Bunting.
Oh, dear.
I need all the details for my report.
Oh, that such a thing could have happened here. Here in my own house.
Each week at this hour, Peter Lorre brings us the excitement of the great stories of the strange and unusual, of dark and compelling masterpieces culled from the four corners of world literature. Tonight, The Lodger, by Mrs. Belloc Lowndes. Peter Lorre is the lodger, and Ellen Bunting is played by Miss Agnes Moorehead.
Mystery in the Air, brought to you by Camel Cigarettes. Experience is the best teacher. Try a Camel. Let your own experience tell you why more people are smoking Camels than ever before. Yes, let your T-Zone decide which cigarette you like best. Your T-Zone, that's T for taste and T for throat, is your true proving ground for any cigarette. So try a Camel on your T-Zone. Introduce Camel's rich, full flavor to your taste. Acquaint your throat with Camel's cool mildness. See if you don't decide, like so many other smokers, that Camels suit your T-Zone to a T.
Go on, Mrs. Bunting. You said you were looking for a lodger?
Yes, Inspector, we had to. But I never dreamed such a thing could happen here, to us. Why, it was only last Tuesday night my husband and I were sitting before our fire reading the newspaper about the latest murder. It was the theft by the Avenger. Yes, I remember saying distinctly, Robert, this Avenger person, you know, he could be the fellow standing next to you, or maybe the man you bump into. It's a terrible thought.
Yes, but it appears to me that the Avenger's too quick for the police.
And look here, it says this girl he got last night was like all the others, pretty blonde, and she'd just come from a music hall, exactly like all the rest of his victims. Oh, what a pity.
Ellen, have you stopped to think who fits that description perfectly? Our own Daisy.
Oh, shush, what a pretty thought, Bunting. It's a good thing she's with her aunt instead of here. London isn't a safe place for any girl now.
Just the same, I can't help thinking how fine it'd be to have her here with us.
Well, there's no sense even talking about it. We just can't afford it.
I know that, Ellen, but I hope we could manage it some way.
How? Haven't I scrimped myself half crazy trying to keep us going?
I know, Ellen. Well, don't you go worrying about it. I think we can...
Who do you suppose that could be?
Could it be someone looking for a room?
Oh, I wish it were. Then you could have your Daisy back. Well, I went to the front door, and when I opened it, there stood a man wearing a black cape and hat. He carried but a single piece of luggage. Good evening, sir.
I saw your sign. It says you have a room to rent.
Yes, sir. Please, won't you come in?
Thank you.
Could I take your cape, sir?
No, I'm looking for a quiet room. But it should be very quiet.
Oh, we have that, sir. Just that. Above all, our house is quiet.
Good.
Your bag, sir. May I take it?
No, just show me the room, please.
Oh, yes, sir. It's right up these stairs, sir. This way. You see, sir, there's just my husband and me here, and we're ever so quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you'll find this room to your liking. Well, here we are.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think I like this room.
Yes, it is pleasant, isn't it? There's not many rooms with such pretty pictures, now is there?
I don't know. Pretty pictures interest me very little. What I like about this room is it's the simplicity. I like the bareness. Yes, I think I'll take it. What is your name?
Mrs. Bunting, sir.
All right, Mrs. Bunting, I'll take the room.
Oh, yes, sir. And please let me help you with your luggage.
No, don't you touch it.
Oh, but I only wished to...
I know. You only wish to help, Mrs. Bunting. It's just, forgive me. It's just that I'm weary. I'm very tired. See, I do a lot of studying.
Oh, yes, of course, sir, of course.
Well, anyway, you can see how few things I need. It's just what's in this bag. But this here's my favorite book. It's the Bible. Good book, Mrs. Bunting, isn't it?
Oh, yes, indeed it is, sir.
Yes, it says, he brings them to their desired haven. Beautiful words, huh? And now at last I found my haven of rest. Now, Mrs. Bunting, if I pay you 30 shillings a week for this room, That's satisfactory?
30. Oh, why, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That'll be quite all right.
My name is Sleuth.
Mr. Sleuth?
Yes, Sleuth. Sleuth. Think of a hound, Mrs. Bunting, and you'll never forget my name. And here are your 30 shillings.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Would you be wishing anything now? Supper, tea, or...
No, nothing. Good night, Miss Bunting.
Yes. Good night, sir.
Please stop that. You hear?
Oh, sir, what did I do?
You were humming. That's music.
Oh, but I...
Music is an instrument of sin.
Oh, yes, sir.
And you did tell me, Mrs. Bunting, that your house would be absolutely quiet.
Oh, but it is, sir. I didn't mean any harm. Believe me, sir.
I believe you. I'm sorry I spoke sharply. I know you. You're trying to be considerate and kind.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
By the way, Mrs. Bunting, I think I would like some bread and some tea.
Oh, certainly, sir. I'll have it in an instant.
So he took the room, eh, Ellen?
Yes.
He took the room at 30 shillings a week.
Yes, in advance. Oh, hurry now, Bunting. Is the water for the tea hot yet?
Yes, what a stroke.
Put the bread and the butter on the tray. I'll pour the water.
You know, Ellen, it's wonderful.
Yes, it is.
Do you realise what this means? We can have Daisy back with us now.
I know. Hurry with it now, hurry.
Why, we can have her back with us
now,
tomorrow.
There's the water and the tea, and I guess... Yes, it's all ready. Open the door, Bunting. I'll take it up to him right away.
There you go, old girl. First thing in the morning, I'm going to fetch Daisy and bring her home. Oh, it's a wonderful night, Ellen. Wonderful.
Oh, I mustn't do that.
And she has cast down many wounded from her. Yes, many strong men have been slain by her. Come in. And to know how the wickedness of folly...
Why, Mr. Sleuth, you...
Yes? What is it?
Those pictures, those pretty girls, you've turned all their faces to the wall.
Yes, I've turned them to the wall because they are wicked and sinful.
Oh, but, sir,
Don't you agree, Mrs. Bunting, that everything wicked and sinful should be purged from the earth? Huh?
Yes. Oh, yes, I do.
I'm happy to hear that, Mrs. Bunting. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to leave.
Oh, but, sir, here's your tray.
Good night, Mrs. Bunting.
You know, for a moment I was stiff with fear. I set the tray down. He hadn't so much as noticed the light supper I'd prepared for him and rushed to the window to watch. He came out of our cottage and moved off down the street, his black cape swirling about him. Finally, he was lost in the fog, and I don't know why, but I stared after him for a long, long while. Well, I did the dishes and got ready for bed. I lay there thinking, and it was almost dawn before I had convinced myself that at most he was a trifle odd. And after all, paying 30 shillings, maybe he had a right to his strange ways. It was daylight when I was suddenly awakened by the newsboys shouting in the street.
Horrible murder, read over.
Murder at King's Cross last night. Avenger strikes again.
Slowly, I realized what the newsboys were shouting.
Horrible murder, Avenger took 6 victims.
Oh, no.
Avenger at work again. Another girl falls victim to a knife. Avenger strikes again.
In a few moments, Mr. Peter Lorre will bring us the climax of tonight's Mystery in the Air, when camels present Act 2 of The Lodger.
Any sports champion can tell you how true it is. that experience is the best teacher.
Don Whitfield, for one, he's the world's outboard speed champion, you know. It's taking the turns around the marking buoys just right that makes that extra speed. And boy, how Don Whitfield worked out on that problem.
Don Whitfield recently said,
"Experience is the best teacher in outboard racing and in smoking, too. Smoking whatever brands I could get during the wartime cigarette shortage taught me there's no other cigarette like a Camel."
And many other smokers had the same experience. Yes, during the wartime cigarette shortage, when people smoked whatever brands they could get, then's when we all compared cigarettes, whether we wanted to or not. And then's when so many people decided that their taste liked Camel's rich, full flavor, and their throats liked Camel's cool mildness. The result?
More people are smoking Camels than ever before.
Experience is the best teacher. Try a Camel yourself.
As the inspector takes notes of the terrifying event, Ellen Bunting continues the story.
And now, Mrs. Bunting, what did you do the morning you learned the Avenger had murdered his sixth victim?
Well, I was a little frightened to meet our lodger, yet I kept my thoughts to myself. After all, you know, there still wasn't much to go on. Robert had gone to make Daisy, so Mr. Sleuth ate breakfast alone. I watched him through the crack in the door. Finally, I went in with more tea.
Tea? No. No, thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Bunting. I don't care for any more tea, thanks. You're very kind. But I have to go on with my work now, if you'll excuse me.
My fear really changed to pity then. Oh, he seemed so helpless and tired. And he was so considerate. This man couldn't be a murderer. It was all a coincidence. Besides, we just couldn't afford to lose that 30 shillings a week. Well, around 10 in the morning, he left the cottage, and I decided to go upstairs and have a look about his room. I had to find out what he carried in his one piece of luggage. It wasn't a bag. It was more like a case. Yes, a case. A case for a knife. I rushed upstairs, my heart beating wildly at the thought I'd had of the case. No, there wasn't anything in his closet. I went over to the chest of drawers against the wall. Nothing in the top one. In the next one, there was just some socks and some underclothes. The next one was empty. There was only one other place for the small, narrow case. The bottom drawer. And it was locked. I pulled and pulled at it. And then suddenly I heard the front door open downstairs. In a panic, I rushed out of the room and down the hall.
Oh, you're upstairs, Ellen.
Oh.
Look, Ellen, Daisy's here.
Oh, thank heaven.
Oh, Mother, it's so good to see you. It's so good to be home. Why, whatever's the matter?
Yes, you're quite white, Ellen.
Oh, I'm all right. It's just that I wasn't expecting you so soon.
Well, it's good to be back. The country's all right, but there's nothing like London now, is there?
Oh, no. No, there isn't.
Well, as long as that Avenger's about, you're going to have something to do to keep this young lady indoors, London or no London.
Oh, don't you worry. Mother will see to that.
Oh, well, Daisy, I might as well get you settled.
You see, Father? What did I tell you? She'll have a dust cloth in my hand before I have my coat on.
Mr. Sleuth.
Why is my door open?
We were just leaving, sir.
Have you been in my room?
Not at all, sir.
From now on, Mrs. Bunting, I shall keep my room locked.
Oh, but you see, sir, I was just tidying up a bit, and Mr. Bunting, he brought our daughter home. She just arrived. This is Daisy.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
She's been away for quite a while. That's why we're a bit excited, you might say. Yes. You were probably surprised to hear us laughing and carrying on.
Yes, I must say I was, but then there are different kinds of joy, are there not, Daisy?
Yes. Yes, I'm sure there are.
Yes. There is the despicable, evil joy of the abandoned, and then there is the divine happiness of the blessed. That's a great difference. You understand that, Daisy, don't you?
Why, yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Sleuth.
Good. There are so few young women nowadays who do.
Why, Mr. Sleuth, you mean a girl's not to enjoy life at all? Not to have any fun?
Enjoyment and fun, my child, are a devil's breeding ground. All his implements are there. Pleasure and impropriety, the temptation of music, dancing.
Oh, that's crazy. Why, there's nothing I like better than dancing, and I'm not...
You like to
She
dance?
didn't know what she was saying, Mr. Sleuth. She's just a child. Daisy, you know you've never been one for dancing. You've never learned how
But I did learn, Mother, while I was away. What's so wrong about it? What's the harm in dancing?
It says she lies in wait as for a prey and increases the transgressors among men.
I don't know what you mean. I've never heard such nonsense.
Nonsense? You call it scripture nonsense?
Daisy, go into the front room.
It's all right, Mrs. Bunting. It's all right. I'm used to that kind of talk. Good day.
Daisy. Yes. Daisy, listen to me.
What, Mother?
I've got to tell you about...
About what?
Nothing. Nothing. I've got to go out for a while now. I'll be back. For a moment, I was about to tell her my awful suspicions, but I stopped. They were only suspicions. At the same time, I had a thought. I'd go to the coroner's inquest they were having for the Avenger's latest victim. I was hoping to hear something said that would clear my suspicions of the lodger. At least I'd give him this last chance. A lady was testifying as I took my seat. She'd seen the Avenger from her window, she said, and her description of him didn't tally with Mr. Sleuth at all. Oh, I can't tell you how relieved I was. Till it was pointed out she couldn't possibly have seen anyone that night from her window because of the fog. Then the next witness was a Mr. Cannot. I leaned forward anxiously as they swore him in and began asking questions.
You say, Mr. Tennant, you're positive that you saw this man?
Positive, sir. It was only a few moments before the murder that I saw the Avenger.
Describe him.
Well, he wore a black cape, I believe, and was very gaunt-looking, and was carrying a small handbag.
A handbag?
Yes, a small, narrow handbag, such a one as might contain a knife.
Silence in the court. Proceed, Mr. Garrett.
Well, he had a low, hesitating voice. I'd say with something of a continental accent. An educated man, I'd judge, but quite mad.
And what do you mean by that?
Well, as he emerged from the fog, he was talking aloud to himself. Oh, believe me, sir, he was reciting scriptures from the Bible.
Oh, no, it can't be. It can't be. Oh, could there be any doubt about it now? Mr. Sleuth, our lodger, he was the murderer. I got out of the courtroom as quickly as I could. I didn't even notice it had started to rain. I hardly remember going home, running and walking somehow, while the nightmare of fear and terror grew bigger and bigger inside me. It was 3 streets from our cottage that I saw my husband, Robert. One thought hit me clearly. I realized Daisy must be home alone with the Avenger. Bunting! Bunting!
Why, Ellen, what is it?
Bunting, where's Daisy? Where is she? Where's Daisy?
Why, she's at home.
Oh, listen, Bunting, listen. Sleuth is the Avenger.
What? What are you saying?
Our lodger, he's the Avenger. Daisy's alone with him right now. Hurry! Hurry!
Now listen to me carefully, my child, and rejoice with me in your heart, for the moment is at hand, and you're not afraid, Daisy, are you?
No, I'm not afraid.
You're very beautiful, and you should live in the ways of righteousness. You hear me, Daisy? You want to live in the ways of righteousness, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I know you do. I know, and that is why I've been sent to purge your soul so that you will be elevated beyond all sin and evil. You like to dance, Daisy, don't you? Already 6 have gone on before you, and they are beyond all sin and evil. You are the 7th to be elevated, my child, and my work is almost done for the 7th I've promised at this appointed hour. Be still, Daisy. And don't listen to the temptations of the crowd when they call out your name, because I am here to save you from all evil and wickedness that consumes you like a wildfire of scarlet and crimson. You like to dance, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Look at me, my child. Look at me, and don't fear me, and do not tremble. Woe to them that call evil good and good evil, and put darkness for light and light for darkness, and therefore I must bring you down like the lamb to slaughter. And now I lift my hand with a flaming sword, for now comes the vengeance and the time to rejoice.
Sammy, you killer! Daisy, come here!
Drop that knife, you fiend! Drop that knife!
Oh, you're saved! You're saved! Oh,
Drop that knife, you!
Take away your hands. Let go of me. Get away! Don't you know that such that are for death to death, and such that are for the sword to the sword, and no one dare to have pity on them? His
knife! His knife!
Oh, mercy. Oh, he fell on the knife.
Yes. And it's burning. It's burning in me like a fire. Oh, it purges me and consumes me. All sin and evil are falling away. Praise and glory, for it is I who is the 7th. Yes, the vengeance is fulfilled.
Each week, the makers of Camel cigarettes send free Camels to servicemen's hospitals from coast to coast. This week, the Camels go to Veterans Hospital, Jefferson Barracks, Missouri, U.S. Army Letterman General Hospital, San Francisco, California, U.S. Naval Hospital, Charleston, South Carolina, U.S. Marine Hospital, Ellis Island, New York, Veterans Hospital, Fort Meade, South Dakota.
Yes, everywhere more folks are smoking Camels. Many of those Camel smokers are doctors. You know, 3 leading independent research organizations asked 113,597 doctors, what cigarette do you smoke, doctor? The brand named most was Camel.
According to a nationwide survey, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette.
Next week, Mystery in the Air, starring Mr. Peter Lorre, brings you one of the world's great stories of the strange and unusual, The Horla by de Maupassant, with a special musical score composed and conducted by Paul Barron.
Hey there, Mr. Pipe Smoker. Do you know that more pipes smoke Prince Albert than any other tobacco? Well, it's true. So why don't you give PA a try? Prince Albert is specially made for smoking pleasure. It's choice tobacco, specially treated to ensure against tongue bite. Crimp cut to burn slow, smoke cool. See if the extra rich, full flavor of Prince Albert doesn't give you added interest in your pipe. Be sure to listen to Prince Albert's Grand Ole Opry Saturday night for a half hour of folk music and laughter with Red Foley, Minnie Pearl, Rod Brassfield, and the rest of the Opry gang. And as Red's special guest this week, you'll hear Salty Holmes. Remember, Prince Albert's Grand Ole Opry, Saturday night, over NBC.
Listen again next week at this same time when the makers of Camel cigarettes present Mr. Peter Lorre in Mystery in the Air. Next week's play will be The Horla by de Maupassant. The artists supporting Mr. Lorre tonight were Agnes Moorehead as Ellen, Henry Morgan as the voice of mystery, Barbara Eiler as Daisy, Eric Snowden as Bunting, Raymond Lawrence as the inspector, Rolf Sedan as the witness, and Conrad Binion as the newsboy. And on behalf of Mr. Lorre and the entire cast, our sincere thanks to Agnes Moorehead for her great portrayal of Ellen Bunting. This is Michael Roy in Hollywood wishing you all a pleasant good night for Camels.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
Agnes Moorehead, quite the radio actress. But then, if Orson Welles would pick her for the roles in the Mercury Theater, of course. Mystery in the Air, 79 years ago, August 14th, 1947, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Set to New York City next for an episode of Broadway Is My Beat.
Alert today, alive tomorrow.
Plan now with your family for civil defense emergency action. Someday it may save your lives.
Join, work, and share together with others this knowledge of self-help. Civil defense, an American tradition.
Little bit of overtime today on the podcast. We're going to have 2 more episodes here. Starting off with Larry Thor, Broadway Is My Beat, 76 years ago, August 14th, 1950.
Arthur Godfrey, who usually comes around with his talent scouts at this time on Monday, has just about finished his summer holiday. Godfrey will be back with us 2 weeks from tonight on August 28th.
Broadway's My Beat, from Times Square to Columbus Circle, the gaudiest, the most violent, the lonesomest mile in the world.
Broadway's My Beat, with Larry Thor as Detective Danny Clover.
Broadway. It's the shrieking edge of a numb universe that lies in the shadows and licks its wounds. And it's wasteland, a tinseled wasteland that wears the motley, wears the scarlet of neon, the harsh gold of a trumpet scream, the kaleidoscope of color a tear makes when it's held up to the light. There's the color of the desolate wind that sighs through Broadway, nameless and cold. The wind that drifts, touches everything, seeps in through windows and under doors, and lends its quality to whatever room in which it dies. Like the room where I was standing. Mrs. Branch's rooming house, cretonne drapes, dusty, beaded lamp, dusty, wash basin, rust-stained, the bed pulled down from the wall, the crumpled sheets, and the dead woman. And Mrs. Branch not believing a bit of it.
Oh, I know it.
What, Mrs. Branch?
Someone's gonna come along and pinch me, and I'm gonna wake up, and this whole thing will be a dream. Won't it, Mr. Clover?
No. Who is this girl?
I'm gonna tell you because it doesn't matter, because it's a dream. Her name's Mary Deming.
How long has she lived here?
4 years. 5. One morning she rang my doorbell. She had a black suitcase in her hand. I liked her. She liked me. Yes, she stayed. Always paid her rent. Now, I don't believe it.
Now she's dead, Mrs. Branch. She's been stabbed to death. You've got to convince yourself of that and help. Who were her friends?
Oh, she was very popular. Whenever the doorbell rang or the phone, it was for Mary. Often wondered why she didn't marry with so many friends.
Tell me how you found her.
Well, I brought Mary her coffee this morning. She didn't smile when she saw me. Something was wrong, I told myself. I shook her, and then I saw the knife. And then I said to myself, someone's going to come along and pinch me in this whole thing.
But you called the police anyhow.
I pride myself on presence of mind in any circumstances.
Did she have any visitors last night?
I wouldn't know. I wasn't home. Oh, that book.
What about it?
Mary loved it so. It was her dearest possession. Her yearbook from high school, you know. She loved to look at it before she went to sleep. I suppose that's why it's on the bed beside her. Here, let me show you.
What?
You see. Mary's picture in her yearbook.
Uh-huh. Mary Deming. Voted by the class of 1937
as the girl most likely to succeed, Mr. Clover. Isn't that nice?
Fingers of sunlight reached through the windows hung with the torn, soot-stained cretonne, reached out for the woman lying there, touched her face, her throat, her shoulders. For an instant, youth flowed over the dead woman's body. The youth her dead hand held in the shape of a high school yearbook. For an instant, a girl lay there in sleep, sun-warm in the power that is a girl's. Then the instant was gone. In a little while they came, the servicemen of death, the technical men, the photographers, the coroner, Muggavan. I gave Muggavan the notes I'd made, the yearbook, told him what I needed, sent him on his way. A little while after it was done, the men in the white jackets brought up the wicker basket and a joke to fit the occasion. At headquarters, a man stood at my desk, a bald man, eating a big red apple, enjoying it. It was Sergeant Gino Tartaglia.
Danny, I was saving this for you for my lunch, but it took you such a long time I couldn't save it no longer.
I know, Gino. Did Muggavan...
Yeah, he gave me a message, Danny, and I got all the dope right here in my pocket.
Well, let's take it out and look at it, shall we?
Huh? Oh, sure. I can tell you what's in the dope without you looking if you want.
Okay, I want.
The girl, lately deceased, Mary Deming. She had a police record.
Oh.
Not that serious the way you said, oh, Danny. A record that is not unordinary among certain type people. Reckless driving, driving while under the influence, bashing a cop in the eye because he stopped her while she was doing 90 on a Sunday afternoon, disturbances of the peace on occasion, shoplifting, little ordinary things like that.
Anything else?
Not from me, Danny.
You, Muggavan?
Yeah, Danny. I checked and cross-checked the high school yearbook like you told me. Mary Deming against everybody else in the book.
Something?
Maybe. Anyway, I came up with the names of 4 students that the Deming girl seemed to be most intimate with during her high school years.
Who are they?
I made up a list, Danny, here. I traced their addresses, their occupations. 3 of them, anyhow. 4th is going to take more time.
Thanks, Muggavan.
Wasn't too easy, Danny. Cross-checking all that stuff, the sororities, Sans Souci French Language Club, the Lettermen, the a cappella choir, the proms, the national thespians. All that high school stuff wasn't easy.
Tell Gino about it, Muggavan. He'll save you a big red apple. So it began, a woman dead in a boarding house, and her last identification with life, a high school yearbook. A woman, anonymous except for that. Somewhere, if Muggavan's checking was correct, 4 people had intruded upon her life, tempered it, perhaps shaped her dying. Only perhaps. A policeman has to make sure. Call on number 1, George Ferris, football player, who made All-State back in 1937. Now department store floor walker. Wade through the ladies' wear department, through the bookstore, down the escalator, and seek out the man who quarterbacked the bargain basement. Impose a name for him.
Mary Deming, you said.
Yeah, that's right. What about her?
Mary Deming.
Mr. Ferris, will you okay this charge, too?
Uh-huh. There we are.
Thank you, Mr. Ferris.
Now then, about Mary Deming.
She's dead.
Well, now. Well. I guess we're all getting old, Mr. Clover. Just last week, I met old Poliakoff. You know, Ferris to Poliakoff. What a combination we were. I flipped him, he caught him. Ferris to Poliakoff. Poliakoff said we were all getting old. Yeah, rackety racks and a locomotive for us. So Mary's dead.
We found her this morning with a knife in her back.
You know, she had to end that way.
Why?
Human nature. It's in the books, Mr. Clover. Mary Deming was wild for her age.
Wild? What do you mean?
Boys. Lots of them.
That included you?
I was a star quarterback. She wore my sweater for a week. Then one Monday afternoon, I saw her in the drugstore with a left tackle. Mary Deming was a wild kid. I liked her. For the week I knew her.
Have you seen her since high school?
Yeah, about a year ago when I was in ladies' lingerie. A woman with a shopping bag was stealing one of our $4.98 items. Mary Deming.
Did you ever arrest her?
Well? Yes, I did. After all, I work for this store.
Sure.
That's the last time I saw her. Mary Deming. Well.
The next on the list Muggavan had compiled from the yearbook was a woman, Lillian Hess, address New Rochelle, occupation unmarried. Her picture came to mind. A girl with a plain face, with gentle eyes, a sweet smile, her dark hair cut in a page boy. The woman who opened the door was the same girl, the same plain face, the same gentle eyes, the same sweet smile, the same cut of hair. Time had only touched the corners of her mouth, had drawn the lips back and down, had brushed her cheeks delicately with shadow, hollowed them slightly. That was all. Even her voice was a girl's voice.
What is it? What do you want?
I'm Danny Clover of the police. I want to talk to you about Mary Deming.
Oh, of course you do. I'm practically the only girlfriend Mary has. Please come in. Let's go into the den. I call it a den. I suppose a man would call it that.
You said you were
practically Mary's only girlfriend. I'm proud of it. I like Mary. I like her a lot. No matter what the other girls say about her, there's more to Mary than they just don't understand her, that's all.
Miss Hess, Mary Deming is, what I want to say is that she's...
You want to tell me that Mary is dead. I know that, Mr. Clover. I saw the afternoon paper. Here we are. This is my den. I was just playing some music and reading. I love that song, don't you, Mr. Clover? I play it over and over. Please sit down next to me on the couch.
Thank you. Mary Deming was murdered.
They were jealous of her. That's why they killed her.
Who?
Oh, almost all the girls. Some of the boys, too. All jealous of Mary, for their own reasons. You know, Mr. Clover, Mary once came to my room and cried because she knew how they felt about her. She never showed it, but it hurt her. That's why she went on those reckless, dangerous drives at night. She told me so.
Still, she was voted most likely to succeed.
They voted her that out of meanness. They didn't mean it the way it sounds. They didn't say out loud what she was going to succeed at.
When was the last time you saw her, Miss Hess?
Mary? It was in the afternoon, just before... She congratulated me. She kissed me and said she wanted all the happiness in the world for me.
In the afternoon before what did she do that, Miss Hess?
Before the graduation dance.
In June?
It's always in June, Mr. Clover. You see, Paul and I were going to announce our engagement formally at the dance, but Paul died. That evening, he died.
Oh?
Yes. I went to his house just before dinner to ask him... to ask him did he really love me. He ran down the stairs to answer me, and fell, and died, just like that, without any reason.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
It's all here in my diary, Mr. Clover. The last time I saw Paul, the last time I saw Mary. My last entry, June 12, 1937. It tells all about Paul and me and... I'm sorry, Mr. Clover. Will you stay to tea, please?
I did. Tea poured by delicate hands into delicate china. Smiles and chit-chat and small, fragilely iced cakes. Yesterday's time recaptured and held briefly until time changed and it was suddenly evening. The fingers on my arm when she showed me to the door. Number 3 on the list, Ona Webster, cheerleader, class of 37, the yearbook had said. Now, Ona March, married 5 years before to a Keith March. Address, 8020 Andrews Avenue in the Bronx.
You got here. You finally got here.
What?
You are the police, aren't you? I called.
I'm looking for Mrs. Ona March.
She's in there, in the bedroom. I told you she would be. Come on.
Look,
I just came home, went out for a walk. There have been prowlers. Maybe I shouldn't
Wait a minute. I don't know what you're talking about. Who are you?
Ona's husband. I told the policeman on the phone about my wife.
What's the matter with her?
She's in there, on the bed. She's been stabbed to death.
You are listening to Broadway's My Beat, written by Morton Fine and David Friedkin, and starring Larry Thor as Detective Danny Clover. An old friend of yours comes back tomorrow night, Luigi Basco. And once more you can live that wonderful Life with Luigi. So join us on CBS this Tuesday night for Life with Luigi on most of the same CBS stations.
There's a special hour on Broadway, the hour between twilight and darkness, dinner time. It's the time of the swarming into the earth because home is at the end of a long tunnel and walk 3 blocks. Or it's the time of the fast look at the Translux, the run out into the streets and say, cooled off, huh? Coffee, hot dogs, cream soda, and the nickel tip. And Broadway tries to gulp its dinner the way it's seen ordinary people gulp their dinner. Wipes up the gravy with a second piece of bread and compares boyfriends, girlfriends, and recurring dreams. But my dinner time wasn't like that, because it didn't happen, because it was being preempted by something else, by a woman with a dime store knife pushed deep into her, by a man with the fright of death goading him, taunting him into screaming at me.
Do something. Don't just stand there. Take her away, whatever it is. That's why I called you, police, because I thought you knew how to... Please do something, please.
Take it easy, Mr. March, easy. We'll do what needs to be done.
I'm sorry. Just that that's my wife lying there.
I understand, Mr. March. Here, sit down over here. Come on.
Thank you.
Would you like some water? Anything?
No, thank you. Do they always look like that?
Huh?
When people die, do they always look like that?
Who'd want your wife dead, Mr. March?
What a strange way to say it. But then I suppose whoever killed her wanted her dead, or he wouldn't have done that to Ona.
Who?
I don't know. I told you I thought a prowler, a thief maybe. But nothing's been disturbed, has it? I don't know.
Maybe you, Mr. March?
No.
But you understand, Mr. March, that you'll be treated as a suspect until we...
Yes, of course. I understand.
Good. Now, there's some questions I want to ask you. Did your wife know a woman named Mary Deming?
Once she did. They were classmates in high school.
And you?
I knew Mary. She was one of my students.
Oh?
I'm a high school teacher, science. Ona and I recall that Mary Deming was in my class when we read about her murder. You think Ona and Mary Deming... You think the reason...
You fell in love with your wife when she was in high school, Mr. March?
I used to watch her at the football games. She was a cheerleader. She was young, exciting. You know how a girl can be.
You fell in love with her then?
I suppose so. But I didn't know it until 5 years ago. We met again by chance in a theater. After a while, we got married.
Your wife and Mary Deming, were they Friendly? Did they go around together, have the same boyfriends, things like that?
I honestly don't know. Ona and I almost forgot we'd known each other in high school. We hardly ever talked about it.
Mr. March, how well did you know Mary Deming?
What? How well did I know her?
Uh-huh.
Only as a student.
You never saw or talked to her after she left high school?
No.
And Mrs. March, did she ever see or talk to Mary Deming?
Well, if she did, she never told me. What's that?
I'll see. It's the police you called for, Mr. March. I'll let them in.
Hi, Danny.
Oh, Gino. Come in.
I brought you what to eat, Danny. A box lunch for supper.
Thanks. Put it down. I'll eat it later.
Okay. I already peeked in mine, Danny. I got an apple. How about you?
Probably an apple. Box lunches never change.
Oh, I don't know. Once I found a $1 bill in mine.
Gino,
Once I found an Easterling sterling silver spoon with which to eat my potato salad.
Gino,
I guess I'm born lucky.
Gino, please, I'm tired. I've had a tough day. 2 people have been killed, and I'm no closer now to the answer than I was when
I'm
you...
sorry.
Do you have anything to tell me, Gino, about Mary Deming or Ona March?
No, Danny. I'm sorry.
Danny,
Yeah? What is it, Muggavan?
found what we were looking for.
And what was that?
4th name on the list, the one I couldn't trace down, Milliken Polk.
Hey, that Milliken Polk. I was looking through that yearbook. That guy was the genius of the class. Got through high school in 2 years. The type I admire most highly.
Where is he, Muggavan?
In the penitentiary, Sing Sing, a 3-time loser, for selling oil wells to visiting movie stars and poor Texans.
Don't stare at me, Danny. So his education turned him into a con man. So kill me.
How come you had such a hard time finding him?
Polk had 8 aliases. I tracked down one, he'd suddenly dissolve into another man.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Hey, Danny, it's too late to drive up to Sing Sing tonight. You haven't eaten your supper.
Don't worry about it. Muggavan.
Oh, yeah, Danny.
Call Sing Sing. Tell him I'll be up in the morning, and tell him to throw a guard around the cell for Milliken Polk so he won't dissolve into another man.
Stand right where you are, sir.
Huh?
Nothing personal, sir. It's just that the slightest movement, the slightest distraction upsets the delicately balanced mental processes of my student here. Doesn't it, Jerome?
Yeah, it does do that, Professor. Just what you said it does.
Shall we show the policeman what we've learned today, Jerome? You are a policeman, aren't you, sir?
I am, Milliken.
Oh, goody. Yeah, let's show the policeman what we learned today, huh, Professor?
Go right ahead, Jerome.
Today we have learned that energy is equal to mass times the speed of light squared.
That's excellent, Jerome. Excellent. Isn't it, sir?
Excellent.
And now will you tell me about the Pythagorean theory, huh? Please, Professor. Even the slough said I was excellent.
Later, Jerome. First, we must find out what the slough wants with us. What is it you want with us, sir?
Only you, Milliken.
Thank you, sir. You may take a recess, Jerome.
But the Pythagorean...
Take a recess, Jerome. And now, sir, we are in effect alone. What can I do for you?
You went to high school with Mary Deming.
My congratulations, sir. However did you track me down to this, my private lair? I thought I'd successfully wiped out that puerile phase of my life.
Not quite, Professor.
Now that you've found me, I suppose you want all I can give you on Mary Deming and, let me see, Ona March, Ona Webster. Am I right, sir?
How did you...
I keep up with things, newspapers, magazines. I'm the institution's librarian. I assumed it was only a matter of time before one of you would appear asking me what you're asking me.
You assumed right. So?
I don't suppose you would arrange for this favor a little time off, say, a furlough, so to speak? I thought not, sir. About Mary, most delicious girl, provocative, stimulating, quite an experience to a youth who had the intelligence to appreciate her qualities as I did.
You knew her well.
Let's put it this way, sir. When I was in high school, I'd put my brain against any football letter on the campus. Mary was quite interested in me till I tired of her, threw her to the athletes.
What about Ona Webster?
A bore, always turning cartwheels, screaming through a megaphone. Mary.
You really like Mary, huh, Professor?
There were so many things about Mary, too, like Like the way she could wriggle out of trouble. All these years in trouble, out of trouble, like putting on and taking off a nightgown. Always somebody to take care of Mary.
You have any theories, Milliken, as to who might want the girls dead?
I haven't wasted my brains on it, sir. For the past 5 years, I've been occupied with Jerome here.
Now, Professor, now you're going to tell me about the Pythagorean theory?
Now, Jerome, I'm sorry, sir, I'm calling my class to order. Goodbye, sir.
And the things Milliken Polk had told me had their own place with the fragments I'd gathered up about 2 women. Ona March, cheerleader. Mary Deming, most likely to succeed. Classmates of the year 1937. Ona, the respectable wife of a respectable man who lived in a respectable house. Mary, a woman whose youth fled in a hurry because Mary was in a hurry. Too much of one. Back at headquarters, I went over her police record again. Reckless driving, 1937, license revoked. Drunk driving, 1939, fined $100. 1 night spent in jail, then released, fine paid. Drunk and disorderly, 1941, fined $50 in 30 days. Sentence suspended, fine paid. Went like that. Fine paid, fine paid. Then a felony a year ago, shoplifting, but a lenient judge changed it to read petty theft. Fine $500 in probation, fine paid. The fine was always paid. Go back again and start all over. In 1939, the money for the fine was furnished by Joe Sage, bail bondsman. And in 1940 by Joe Sage, all of them, every one of them. Maybe Joe Sage had a fragment to hand me, too.
Yo, what is it? Oh, hello, Danny. I didn't recognize you. The light in here. Maybe it's because you haven't been in here so long.
I need some help, Joe.
For you, the house?
Thanks. About a client of yours.
Except about clients. Ah, Danny, you know in this bail bonding profession, we ain't required to give information about clients. Like a doctor, like a lawyer, Danny.
Look, you're talking to me, Joe. You know as well as I we can subpoena your books.
Sure you could. With a good reason.
Try murder.
Which of my clients do you wish to ask me about, Danny?
Mary Deming.
Like the back of my hand. I know her that well.
Good. You tell me all about it.
Sure. Here is a dame who used to get herself into trouble peck after peck. Drunk driving, disturbing, heisting underwear. Little things, but you could count on her.
And her fines got paid every time. I'm just trying to find out how Mary could afford to pay you back.
You know I went her fines, huh?
Uh-huh.
Because I had a standing order. About 10 years ago, a man came to me and he said, this girl, Mary Deming, ever gets into trouble, help her. This man said he would personally guarantee I would be paid back.
What man?
A professor. High school teacher. He wrote after the word business on my client's card.
Named Keith March?
Named Keith March. Why do you ask me questions when you know the answers?
Oh, Mr. Clover, please come in.
Thanks. I will.
I was expecting you sooner.
I came back to check something with you.
Yes?
You said you hardly knew Mary Deming. You only knew her as a student. Would you like to add to that, Mr. March?
No. Why should I?
You were in love with her, weren't you?
You're being ridiculous.
It wasn't Ona you watched in school. It was Mary, because you were in love with her.
What are you talking about? She was a child.
Your wife's age. How old are you now, Mr. March?
39.
13 years ago, you were 26, just starting out as a teacher. A man 26 can fall in love with a 17-year-old girl. There's nothing unusual in that.
But I still don't
Every time Mary got in trouble with the police, you got her off. Got her fines paid. We've records that you helped Mary. Why should you do that?
Mary is the kind of a girl who never looks twice at a man like me. You'd have to take my word for that. I helped her. Why? Because the times I helped, paid money to help her, she would thank me, let me do other things for her. There's this, Mr. Clover.
What?
I did love Mary. Then why do you accuse me of killing her?
You didn't, did you?
No. I told you I loved her. Sometimes I hated myself for it, but I loved her.
But you know who killed her, don't you?
So do you.
Your wife?
She hated Mary. Hated her for what she could do to me. I never kept it a secret from Ona. That's why Ona killed her.
That's why you killed Ona.
From my point of view, that was the only thing to do. Ona had killed the thing I loved. After Mary was dead, nothing had any value. Not even taking another life. You understand that, don't you?
Let's go.
It's not going to be that easy.
Keep away from that desk.
I'm going to kill you, Mr. Clover. You're a fool, Mr. Clover. You did just what I wanted you to do. I wanted to die. That's all I wanted. You fell into my trap. I didn't have the nerve to do away with myself. So I used you.
Sergeant Tartaglia speaking.
Danny, Gino, get an ambulance up to 8020 Andrews Street in the Bronx.
Roger. Wilco. Anything serious?
Just a shoulder wound. Nothing serious.
Who, Danny? Not you?
Not me, Gino. The man who lived to go on trial for murder. It's the gathering place of all the sleepless nights, this Broadway, and all the unwept tears. The place to come to. Erase what's happened, start all over, make a memory. The street is littered with odds and ends. Fit them together in any design you want. Only nothing slips into place. It's Broadway, the gaudiest, the most violent, the lonesomest mile in the world. Broadway, my beat.
Broadway's My Beat stars Larry Thor as Detective Danny Clover with Charles Calvert as Tartaglia. The program was produced and directed by Elliott Lewis with musical score composed and conducted by Alexander Courage. Included in tonight's cast were Jay Novello, Hy Averback, Peggy Weber, Sammy Hill, Lou Merrill, and Jack Crucian. There's always plenty of fun on hand when you hear Columbia's Monday night program, Too Many Cooks. The hilarious adventures of a father, mother, and their 10 children. Stay tuned now for Too Many Cooks, which follows immediately on most of these same CBS stations. Bob Stevenson speaking. This is CBS, where you live life with Luigi on Tuesday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Broadway Is My Beat, Larry Thor, 76 years ago, August 14th, 1950. Ordinarily, we would wrap up with we'd wrap up with Lum and Abner today. But I've got one more long episode from this date, and that is from the Crime Club. And that will be next.
Civil defense is common sense. This is Boris Karloff. No one can guarantee the survival of every home during a nuclear war, but a strong civil defense can save millions of lives. Make sure that yours is one of them. Learn how to protect your home. Call Civil Defense today.
Don't worry, we'll have Lum and Abner with us tomorrow, but we're going to wrap up this episode of the program with the Crime Club. 79 years ago, August 14th, 1947, because the gypsy sings of death.
Hello, I hope I haven't kept you waiting. Yes, this is the Crime Club. I'm the librarian. The gypsy sings of death. Yes, we have that story for you. Come right over. Ah, you're here. Good. Take the easy chair by the window. Comfortable? The manuscript is on this shelf. Here it is. The Gypsy Sings of Death. The very unusual story of an old gypsy custom that led to custom-made murder. Let's look at it under the reading lamp. It was early evening all over New York, but in the time-forgetting atmosphere of the Caravan, a gypsy nightclub, time had stopped for Toby Randolph as she reached across the table for the hand of Paul Palmer, the well-known Broadway columnist and man of her dreams.
What's the matter, Toby? Got a pain?
Oh, Paul, darling. I'm so glad you brought me to this place.
Uh-huh.
It's like the open country. Campfire. Sweet, intoxicating music of guitars in the night.
What guitars? Flap your wings, honey. You're taking off.
Oh, shut up.
And I thought you loved me. Well, live and learn.
Just try living for a change.
Marriage in a house in the country, eh?
What's wrong with that?
Yeah. I bet many a family was launched in this place. Dan Harrigan, the bride's best friend.
Who's Dan Harrigan?
The guy who owns his den of delusion and false promise.
Well, you don't say. Maybe I should meet him. Is he a gypsy?
No, dear. He's not even a human being.
Oh.
That's life, Angel. One disappointment after another.
I'll get over it.
The blessings of youth. But don't look now, Toby. There's another blessing coming this way. And she's gorgeous.
What?
Good evening. May I sit down?
Why not?
Thank you. I am Fatima. I must read the leaves in your teacup.
Oh, fortune teller. How about reading mine?
I will do it only for the gentleman. Will you permit me, sir?
How can I refuse?
It is well that you do not. Your cup, please.
So, you're working for Dan Harrigan, eh?
Ah.
You must be the new one. I haven't seen you around here before.
I'm still here, Paul.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Well, Fatima, what about this mess in the teacup?
I see adventure for you. Much excitement and great danger.
Any particulars?
I see a festival. The festival of Zoroaster. You will be there.
Who's going to take me?
You will go. And you will meet Hakim, the king of the gypsy tribe. And Dagmar, the beautiful daughter of his third wife. And you will meet Kismet, the medium who communicates with the spirits of the departed. Beware of him.
He's bad, eh?
He will be jealous of you, but there is another who will hate you to the death.
Who?
I cannot see him. The leaves have become confused.
Like I've been since I met Paul.
That is all. I must go now.
No, wait a minute, Fatima. You can't leave me with an unknown enemy. Suppose I met him face to face.
Please, no more.
Paul, the lady wants to go.
But she told me... Oh. Hello, Dan.
There's no story in her for your daily column.
Not with you around, eh? But let's be polite. Toby Randolph, this is Dan Harrigan.
Really?
Yeah. Come on, Fatima. We'll be late for the festival.
Yes, Dan.
So long, Paul. Drop in again sometime. I'm always glad to see you.
Well, darling, there goes your gypsy love song.
In swing time. Angel, don't you want that slave bracelet?
What slave bracelet?
Right there on the table. Must have slipped off your arm.
Not off mine, dearest.
Then it must be Fatima's.
Get that hunting look out of your eyes, Paul.
The Festival of Zoroaster. That gang of gypsies she found in my teacup.
Let's order some more tea and drown them.
Let's not, sweetheart. Let's find out about the festival and see what they look like. My column's bursting with curiosity.
Hakim, it is time for the festival to begin, and we're not there.
We stay in this house, Dagmar, until Fatima returns.
Until Fatima returns.
Ah, Kismet, you speak. What is the good word from the spirits?
I was not communicating with him. I think only of Fatima and how she keeps her father, the king of the tribe, waiting.
I am her father, and I do not mind.
It is not right, Hakim, when there is no reason.
She's working for Dan Harrigan.
That flea on the back of a dog.
Well spoken, my friend. But in this world, business comes before festival.
If she has not forgotten us for Dan Harrigan.
Dagmar, foolish daughter of my third wife, what tickles your nose now?
Kismet. He's jealous of every man that looks at Fatima.
She's my betrothed. On her wrist is my bracelet. I want my future wife to be like the sky on a cloudless day.
Can the daughter of my flesh and blood be otherwise?
It can happen, Hakim. We've been here in New York too long.
Yes.
I hear Dagmar agrees with you.
Sometimes, Hakim, I feel we shall never see the open sky again.
You have only to look up.
Hakim!
Here we prosper, and here we stay. I have gone to great pains to settle my tribe. And you, Kismet, has not your spiritualist business put you in the income tax class?
I can find the same spirits in Philadelphia and Cleveland and as far west as Chicago. But it is not for me alone.
No.
Even now, on the night of the festival, the people of our tribe are grumbling.
They want to move, Hakim. They say you are getting old and too tired to be our king.
Father.
Ah, Fatima.
Father, I did not mean to be late, but Dan Harrigan...
What has he done to you?
Silence, Kismet. Now, Fatima, you may tell us about Dan Harrigan.
He has gone to the festival, Father.
Oh?
He's going to make trouble if we do not pack and move tonight.
I see.
He will not let you forget that you are working for him. I'm frightened, Father.
By the lightning that never strikes twice, I begin to understand. There's grumbling among my people. Dan Harrigan's work.
Grumbling?
Have you not heard? The people are saying that...
Quiet, Dagmar. It is serious business.
But Kismet, Fatima's not wearing your bracelet of betrothal.
She's not? She is not. Fatima, where is the priceless token of my love?
I gave it to a stranger.
You gave it to her? Oh, Rimba, what is the meaning of this?
I could not help myself, Kismet.
Betrothed to a stranger, and with my bracelet. What is the name of this foul dog, Fatima?
Paul Palmer. Every day he writes about people in the newspaper.
I will cut his heart out. I will squeeze him in my hands.
Well, the problems of being a king.
Fatima, is he handsome, this Paul Palmer?
Yes, Dagmar. He's almost beautiful.
Close your foolish mouth, daughter of my third wife. We are going to the festival now. It is a moment of solemn consideration.
Paul, this is wonderful. Imagine living all your life and never seeing a show like this.
You're looking at my column for tomorrow, Toby.
And you're still looking for Fatima.
How'd you guess?
Oh, darling, can't we forget her and enjoy this festival by ourselves?
That brace is burning a hole in my pocket.
That's not the only thing that's burning, Paul.
Huh?
You, dear. But I'm the patient type. I'd make such a good wife. Look out, Paul.
Oh, hey!
I'm sorry, my friend.
Why don't you look where you're going?
Or at least go where you're looking.
It is my fault. I have so many unhappy thoughts my eyes do not care to see. Ah, she's beautiful.
He knows all the right words. I like him, Paul.
Paul?
With a Palmer hanging on. Say, maybe you can tell me where I can find Fatima.
Paul Palmer? Rimba, it is he.
Paul, he's got a knife.
The murderer of my love life.
Hey, wait a minute.
Enough, I am Kismet, the medium whose spirit you have destroyed. Now I will show you.
Oh, no, you won't. Drop that knife.
First, I will kill you. You foolish man, do you think you can hold my wrist forever?
Paul, trip him. Do something.
I can't, Toby. This guy's built like a rock. Get help.
Where? Everybody's standing around watching this.
Not
Kismet!
everybody, thank the Lord.
Kismet, you fool. What are you doing?
Do not interfere, Fatima.
Stop it. Leave him alone.
Fatima, you slapped me. You have disgraced me before the tribe.
I will have you expelled.
You have disgraced me before the tribe.
Phew. What's that bruiser got against me?
Oh, the music. Shall we dance, Paul?
All I want to know is
It will not be too painful.
Well,
We will dance.
you mind, Toby?
Go ahead, sucker. But before you take that first step, make sure she's not going to waltz you into a casket.
You're so nice, Paul. And you dance like a real prince.
Thanks for the promotion. What's cooking, Fatima?
Cooking?
With the bracelet. You didn't leave that trinket with me as a token of your undying love.
But I did.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
I want you to keep it forever.
There are easier ways of getting into my column, Fatima.
You do me a great injustice, Paul.
How about coming across?
What?
With the truth, baby, the thing that can stand up and be counted.
I do not know what you mean.
All right, then. We'll call it a night. So long.
No, please. I cannot talk now.
Why not?
Dan Harrigan is watching us.
Where?
Do not turn around. He must not know we're talking about him.
Okay, then. We'll waltz out of here.
Please. I'm not allowed to leave.
Uh-huh.
Do not force me. No one is allowed to leave before the ritual.
Uh-huh.
The ritual of Zoroaster should begin very soon. Be patient, please. When it is over, I will tell you the whole story.
I haven't got that much time. Come on. Now, what's this?
Dagmar.
I've seen worse.
She's my sister, Paul.
Oh, glad to meet the family.
She's not a blood relation, but I love her very much.
What's that?
She is the daughter of my father's third wife. She's my stepsister.
Did she bring that gargle with her?
Oh, you did not lie, Fatima. He is almost beautiful.
So has been talk behind my back, eh?
Could I have one dance with him?
Of course, Dagmar. I will come back after the ritual.
Oh, hey, wait. She can't do this to me.
Is it so unpleasant, dear?
I'm a busy man, Dagmar.
Look at me. Have I not many things to recommend me?
I've got other things to do besides, you certainly have.
We will dance now, huh?
Oh, well, I'm only human.
I found you at last. Welcome, forefather. I receive you as a new member of the tribe.
Who is this, Dagmar? Another member of the family?
I am Hakim, the father of Fatima, king of the tribe.
Okay. Do I call you Majesty or just Pop?
It's good. A man with humor is fit to be prince. Now I must acquaint you with the custom of my people.
As long as you don't use a knife.
A betrothed never dances with another girl until after the wedding ceremony.
I'll make a note of it, Your Majesty.
It is about to begin. The ritual of Zoroaster. I must go now.
So sorry.
But we will meet when it is no more. Future son-in-law. And we will make plans for your wedding.
Tell me, Dagmar, is the king all right?
Oh, yes.
Then why'd he call me future son-in-law?
You are betrothed to Fatima.
Me?
You accepted her bracelet, did you not?
I did not.
Prince Paul Palmer.
I'd better find Toby and get out of here. Hey, what's the idea? The lights have been turned out.
The ritual begins in total darkness, Paul. The sacred moment has arrived. No one may leave.
What happens if somebody tries?
No one ever tries. It is forbidden by the laws.
Don't try to hold me, Dagmar. Get your arms off my neck. Dagmar! Good Lord. Hey, somebody put up those lights. Put those lights up and be quick about it, will you? I've got a corpse around my neck.
Paul!
Toby, am I glad to see you?
Oh, that girl.
Somebody pushed a knife into her back while the lights were on.
Who?
I don't know, but
I'm going out for the police, Paul.
You are not going anywhere, my friend.
Kismet.
Murderer.
What?
He's talking to me, honey.
You have desecrated the ritual of Zoroaster. People of the tribe of Hakim, why did he do it?
He didn't.
Why did this stranger come among us to darken our lives with murder?
Paul, we've got to stop him. He's inciting that mob to riot.
Change that label to manslaughter, Toby.
We were happy people. We lived in peace. We loved one another. And then came this stranger. And with him came death. Shall we let our once gay Dagmar go unavenged?
This is it, honey. Give my regards to Broadway. I had a great column.
What is it that goes on here?
There, look, Hakim. Dagmar is dead.
Dagmar! Oh, once happy daughter of my third wife. What has the curse of Harrigan done to you?
Harrigan?
He is the knife in the back of my tribe.
Then Harrigan did not kill Dagmar. It was this man, this foreigner.
Enough, Kismet! I forbid you to offend the future prince of the house of Hakim.
Yes, Hakim.
Paul, was he talking about you?
Yeah.
The women will prepare Dagmar for burial. Come with me, Paul, my son.
Where to, Pop?
My throne room. You will be safe there. And we shall be able to talk about things that matter. You will come in after me, Paul.
Naturally. The king always goes first.
Well, we made it. Let's give 3 cheers for alma mater.
Paul, who is this woman?
Toby Randolph, one of the common people. But she's all right, Pop. She hates Dan Harrigan.
Oh.
She's going to be very useful to us.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's very beautiful. But that can wait. Paul, my son, did you kill Dagmar?
Me?
That is enough. By the sacred names of my ancestors, Dan Harrigan has struck for the last time.
Are you sure he did it, Pop?
How can it be otherwise? He threatened to destroy me.
What's he got against you?
Wise men make foolish mistakes. Let us talk about your wedding.
Now?
It will take place tomorrow.
But we only just became engaged.
Paul, what wedding is he talking about?
Toby, there's an old gypsy custom that if you take a bracelet...
And you did?
Yes, Angel. And now I'm a man with a betrothal on his hands.
You don't have to go through with it.
Tell it to him. Oh, by the way, Hakim...
Which way, my son?
Where's Fatima?
You're impatient.
She didn't come to the rescue of her future husband when Kismet was whipping the crowd.
Hakim, the evil one is still with us.
Kismet, I give you warning. When you speak of a future prince...
Fatima is no more.
What?
She's gone. Dan Harrigan, too.
Well...
It is impossible. The daughter of my own flesh and blood would not deceive.
I have looked everywhere, Hakim.
Listen, a future father...
Be calm, my son. I will fix. Come with me, Kismet. We will look together.
Now, Toby, we get out of here.
Through that window. And if I ever see a gypsy again...
You will, but first we're going to Dan Harrigan's apartment.
Are you out of your mind?
I write a column, honey, and there are 2 things Broadway likes to know. Murder and what for.
Oh.
Hello, my blushing bride. Imagine finding you here. In a strange man's apartment. Imagine it, Toby.
I'm too tired.
Where is he, Fatima?
Dan Harrigan is not here.
Sure.
I'm not joking. I've not seen him since the festival.
Uh-huh.
You will go now.
I will not go now. By the dagger and Dagmar, I'll wait for the truth.
She's told it, Paul.
She has?
I just looked in the other room.
That was nice of you, Toby.
Don't you think I'd make the perfect wife?
Now, Fatima.
I will tell you nothing.
All right, that's too bad. Toby, phone the police headquarters. Tell them we got Dagmar's killer.
All right, Paul.
No, wait. I did not kill Dagmar.
That's the old refrain, Cookie.
I will tell you why I'm here. I'm waiting for Dan Harrigan.
I knew you weren't waiting for a bus.
He killed Dagmar. My father would not move his tribe out of New York, and Dan Harrigan said he would destroy him.
So he daggered Dagmar?
Yes. I saw it with my own eyes.
With both of them?
You do not believe me. You wonder why I did not give a scream or set my people on Dan Harrigan.
You little gypsy mind reader.
I could not open my mouth. And then it was too late. He was gone, and you were screaming.
Why was Dan so anxious to get you and your crowd out of the room?
He has a shipment for delivery to other cities.
Ah, that's what I call a lead.
We do not know what it is. Believe me, Paul. He has been using our caravan for 8 months to make these deliveries. We do not know what or why.
And I'll bet nobody's even bothered to ask, eh?
He would not tell us. And we did it because he paid well. Then we began to think he's making criminals out of us.
So you decided to settle down, and Dagmar was killed.
It was a good plan for Dan Harrigan. We're gypsies. When there is death among us, we cannot go to the police like other people. We must bury our dead and run away.
With an extra husband.
I'm sorry, Paul, if I've deceived you. But I thought perhaps you would frighten Dan Harrigan away from us.
Yeah. Well, Fatima, there's only one thing wrong with your story.
Yes?
I don't believe it.
What?
Tell me what was in those shipments, and maybe I'll change my mind.
We don't care if you don't, Paul.
What?
She's not going to tell you.
How'd you get in here, Dan?
I'm Superman. I walk through walls.
Is there a back door to this apartment?
You don't think I'd live without one, do you?
Or without that gun, either.
That's a great comfort when you run out of ideas. Come on, Fatima. We're going out for some air.
No.
Don't be foolish, baby. You either walk out with me or the boys from the morgue will carry you out.
Paul!
I can't help you, honey. That gun's got me outnumbered.
Very well, Dan Harrigan. I will go with you.
Sorry, Paul. You know how gypsies are. They've got to keep moving.
Yeah.
Just one more thing. Don't write about those shipments she told you about. You'll never be able to prove them.
Come on, Toby. We're going after them. Toby, where are you? Hey, Toby! Well, I'll be a press agent. Toby, wake up. For Pete's sake, get up. Don't you realize you're sleeping in a murderer's bed?
Paul, you don't really think Dan Harrigan would have brought Fatima here to his own gypsy nightclub?
I'm not thinking, Toby. I'm just looking.
2,255, 2,256, 2,200...
Excuse me, Mr. Snyder. Can you tell us where...
Now, don't bother me. Can't you see I'm counting the day's receipts?
Yes, but I...
2,157...
You're cheating, Bud. You were up to 2,200 before.
Was I? Now look what you've done. You made me lose my count. What do you want?
Dan Harrigan, that's all.
Well, he isn't here, and he isn't going to be. He called me up and said he was taking a long vacation.
We don't doubt it, but did he say where?
I'm not his confidential secretary, miss. Now, where was I?
2,257.
Oh, thank you.
But we'd much rather tell you where you should be.
Of course. 2,358, 2,350...
Well, what now, Paul?
Just don't look. There's an apparition coming through the door.
Greetings, my friends.
Did he say that to us, Paul?
It seems so, honey. Let me check. Hello, Kismet.
I'm so happy to see you again.
He did, Toby.
Are you looking for Dan Harrigan, too?
He's gone out of town.
With our Fatima?
Yours, pal. I give you a quit-claim deed right now.
You are my friend, and I can speak to you from my heart.
Does the garlic come from your heart, too?
Do not believe what you hear about Dan Harrigan. He did not go out of New York.
That man over there
What
told
does
us
he
that...
know? He's only a man. But I know Dan Harrigan did not go out of New York.
What makes you so sure?
He has a shipment.
What kind?
Who can tell? Every time it is something else.
Can you give us a hint?
Do you want to help me find my Fatima?
Of course. Anything that'll keep your hand off that knife.
Then we must find Dan Harrigan. Come with me.
Where?
My Temple of Shadows, where I communicate with the spirits.
Can you make them talk?
Talk? Paul, you are my long-lost friend, but I am sorry for you.
Hand me a crying towel.
A woman like that. No sense. Paul, you will sit over here.
With my hands on the table?
That is not my business. You, foolish woman, you will sit over here.
You like me, don't you?
As the saying goes, I can take it or leave it. Now.
What, Kismet?
We will have a seance. I will reach out for the spirit of Dagmar.
Oh, why her?
Poor Dagmar was evicted from this life before her time. She cannot enter the blessings of Osmond until her murderer has been paid for his crime. Therefore, I will ask her, where is Dan Harrigan?
Why didn't you think of this before?
The spirit did not move me.
Well, it's moving me. I'm going home.
No one goes without Kismet's consent.
You just convinced me. Now put that knife away.
A spirit without two witnesses. Woman, what is wrong with you?
Well, you see, Kismet, it's like this. When I was a little girl,
I
was...
proceed with the seance. I shall put myself in a trance.
Can't you do it at the table?
Please, I am the medium. It must be done on my throne. Only from here can I reach the spirits.
Boy, if that guy isn't phony number one, the world's champ. Good heavens, is that what these mediums call a trance?
Phone the police, Toby. I'm afraid we've seen something new in spirit calling.
What do you mean, Paul? Paul, what are you talking about?
Don't touch that chair.
What's the matter with it?
I don't know yet. Give me a minute.
What are you doing?
Just moving the body.
What?
Uh-huh. He's dead. And there's the thing that killed him.
A needle.
Yeah. Stuck into the upholstery under the headrest. And it jabbed him in the back of the neck.
But how...
Poison, darling. Something new in Petty Point.
Oh.
Let's go, honey.
Yes.
There's a phone in the reception room. We'll phone the police.
What's that?
There's someone behind those wall drapes.
You are right. Someone is behind the drapes. Me.
Why, it's Hakim.
My future father-in-law. Did you expect to cut something with that knife, Majesty?
Your throat, my son.
Not tonight, Pop. I got a gun in my pocket, and the law says when you shoot in self-defense, you shoot in self-defense.
You're lying. Do you think you can deceive Hakim?
You hear that? I just released the safety catch. Would you like to hear a shot?
No. I dropped the knife.
Hate to bother you, Toby. Will you pick it up for me?
No trouble at all, dear. There. I told you I'll make an excellent wife.
Yeah. Well, Hakim, now I'm the boss for real.
You have no pistol?
No pistol. That noise you heard was just two of my fingernails rubbing noses. See?
You are clever, Paul. But you would not be so clever if I were not here. But I was trapped and so...
Sure. Now, tell me the story behind your killings.
Dagmar and Kismet were traitors. They did not like the restful life I ordered for them. They wanted to move on, the open road.
Isn't that what gypsies were made for?
They were made to obey their king, but they plotted against me. They poisoned the minds of my people. It was them or Abdication.
And you made sure it was them.
What could I do, clever one? What does an old king do when his castle is not in order?
Not what you did, Pop. These days he quits.
These days. These are days, my friends.
What about those shipments you made for Dan Harrigan?
You know about them, too? Well...
I want particulars.
Of course. Dan Harrigan and his tribe would steal, and Hakim and his tribe delivered the merchandise to places in other cities.
What merchandise?
Whatever it suited Dan Harrigan and his tribe to steal. Sometimes fur, sometimes whiskey, sometimes even automobiles.
You were some distributor, weren't you? Hakim, I've got a surprise for you.
You will let me go?
No. I'm going to hand you over to the cops in one piece.
Paul, I'll never forget that look on Dan Harrigan's face when he was brought into police headquarters and saw us there.
Yeah.
Oh, that look on Fatima's face. Imagine that girl telling us she saw Dan Harrigan kill Dagmar.
Yeah.
When she saw Hakim, her own father, do it.
Yeah.
Not that I've got any sympathy for Harrigan, but she had no right to point the finger at him. She should have said nothing if she wanted to save her father.
Yeah.
Oh, well, like father, like daughter. And that was the girl you were going to marry, dear.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, look, Sophie, I gotta get this column out. I've only got 15 minutes of press time.
Of course, dear. Well, here's a lead for that column. Dead duck makes deadline.
Huh?
Good night, you worm.
And so closes tonight's story, The Gypsy Sings of Death. Stedman Coles wrote the radio script. Roger Bauer produced and directed. Chet Stratton played the part of Paul Palmer. Virginia Dwyer was Toby Randolph. Stefan Schnabel was Hakim. Peter Capel played Kismet. Inga Adams was Fatima. Gloria Stenyi was Dagmar. And Barry Thompson was the man. Oh, I beg your pardon. Hello, I hope I haven't kept you waiting. Yes, this is the Crime Club. I'm the librarian. Yes, come over a week from tonight. Good. We have the very unusual story of a going concern that went for murder. It's called A Deed Indeed. In the meantime? Well, in the meantime, there's a new Crime Club book available this week and every week at bookstores everywhere. Yes, it's available now. Fine. And we look for you next week.
This program came from New York. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
I know we're a little long, but I wanted to bring you 3 good half-hour shows and that special for VJ Day. That, by the way, was the Crime Club 79 years ago, August 14th, 1947, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. We'll be back to normal tomorrow. But as I've always said, this show's about history, the most important thing. And tomorrow we will have some great detective shows. Howard Duff and the Adventures of Sam Spade Detective. Also Nick Carter, Master Detective, starring Lon Clark, both from 78 years ago. We'll have a 1956 episode of Suspense, John Daner starring in the James Thurber story A Friend to Alexander. George Raft as Rocky Jordan from 75 years ago. And we will have an episode of Lum and Abner. It appears they've converted Lum's car that he bought into a rolling grocery store. Yeah. Hear how this was done long before home delivery? Lum and Abner tried to do it 91 years ago. That'll be coming up tomorrow. Have yourself a great Friday. We'll see you for our Saturday podcast. More Classic Radio Theater tomorrow. I'm Wyatt Cox.